Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. I lost my whole pickup line. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. We are here for our WWE SmackDown live reaction. Tonight should be a good show. Hopefully, it's a upgrade from the past few weeks we've been getting. It should be an upgrade because the final boss is returning tonight. So I guarantee there will be some pickup tonight. Uh, I just hope that he's doing WrestleMania, and we kind of get building to that tonight. If you've been keeping up social media, you know on Instagram he said that he was coming to f up someone's life or whatever. I think we all know who that is. Uh, everyone forgets about it. Everyone wants Roman and Rock, but The Rock said on the Raw after Mania that he was coming for Cody's title.
Yep.
And Roman doesn't have a title now. So that could be a launching pad to Roman and Rock someday. Because in night one, The Rock actually pinned Cody. And then Cody actually beat The Rock the next night. So Roman Reigns couldn't get the job done. But Roman did it, but The Rock could. So that should really tell you who the Tribal Chief is. It's not Solo or Roman. It's the final freaking boss.
I mean, think about it. You see the way that The Rock was looking at him on the Raw premiere on Netflix. The way that The Rock was looking at him, like you can tell something was cooking in his head.
I just wonder how he's going to explain what he did on Monday on Netflix. How he's
Right.
supposed to make sense of that. I mean, I know The Rock's a genius. He could probably do it in a way that makes sense as to why he dropped tequila with Cody, and like nothing was wrong. Women's tag team champ. Oh, we're still doing this match. If anyone doesn't know, when The Rock, him coming back was very last minute, very very last minute, because they originally had a 6-man tag team match for tonight's main event, but that's scrapped. That's
Why would you take me out of the 6-man? It's out of my hands. Solo just shows up and he's allowed to do that, but we can't have a 6-man that you advertise. And how's it out of your hands?
Well,
okay.
Speaking of it now,
who do we need to talk to? Who do we need to call so that we can have the 6-man? You're not hearing me. There's no one you can call. There's no one I can call. If you smell what I'm cooking.
Yep, The Rock made that decision.
Oh shit! Now see that. There you go. They dropped a little Easter egg to let you know what's going on.
So the 6-man tag is still on, I guess. Because he said you took me out of it. Because he said you took me out of it. So that means that it might still be happening, but without Cody.
Well, who's gonna replace Cody though? That's the question. Like,
whoever it is, we're going against Jacob Fatu, Solo, and Tama Tonga. If The Rock is doing Mania, he completely, kind of like last year, he screwed up plans for WrestleMania. But this year, it's okay because Cody's already he's already finished his story, so it doesn't matter if he screws things up this year. All right, Drew and Jimmy Uso is kicking things off. If you've been watching SmackDown recently, Jimmy Uso's been doing really good in singles. I actually think that Jimmy Uso is doing better singles work than Jey Uso. The only difference is that Jey Uso is more over right now. But in ring wise and promos, Jimmy Uso is a better wrestler. Because so far, he's put on a lot of good matches. That triple threat he had in Memphis, the 2 matches against Carmelo Hayes, and then tonight he's going against Drew McIntyre.
But he got in this.
I got Drew McIntyre. Uh,
I was saying the same thing. I mean, thinking the same thing.
I don't think he needs to. I mean, he's going into the chamber. I don't think he needs to lose tonight. Because if he loses tonight, then why is he even in the chamber? Uh, but I think this year we might get a seventh person in the elimination chamber. I said the same thing at the Royal Rumble. We'll get a 31st person, but The Rock's actually here now. He should have done that. Coming at 31, and just screw it, and then Jey Uso acts like he's got it won. He's celebrating. Everybody's happy. And then,
That would have been funny as hell.
then The Rock come out and have a 31st entrant, and him dump over his own family member.
See, I want to say that was. I'm thinking it's 2K22 that The Rock did that in that story mode where he came out dead last at the Royal Rumble and took it over. And I think he was a president in that story. He came back as the president of the United States to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of awesome storytelling, to be honest with you. The Rock being it was pretty dope. I'm trying. I think it was 2K22. I could be wrong.
I didn't play the story mode that year, I don't think. But that could actually happen one day. I mean, The Rock's talked about going into politics and stuff, but if he did
Do great in
that,
politics.
but if he did that, he'll have to say goodbye to Hollywood because being a president, there's no way he would have time to do movies anymore. But hopefully, The Rock's doing WrestleMania this year because it looks like next year he won't even be available. He recently announced a new movie with somebody.
He's always doing a new movie.
Yeah, every year it's not. He did the Red One. He's doing Fast and Furious next year. He's doing a stupid Mona movie. I wonder when the third one of that's going to come out. Mona 3. That'll take a few months to do. He'll probably do another Tooth Fairy movie.
Didn't they do a live action one of those? The
Mona. Yeah, they're going to be making
Yeah.
a live action Mona movie. Unfortunately, they're going to make a whole franchise out of that stupid cartoon movie. It's just a rip off of Lilo and Stitch. That's all it is.
I've heard that. I've heard that same comment about that movie.
But they're actually making a Lilo and Stitch live action movie. I seen the previews to that in the theaters. I
I'm
can't
kind of
remember.
interested. I want to see what they do with that actually, because I like Lilo and Stitch.
I used to like Lilo and Stitch when I was younger. I used to have the Stitch stuffed animal. I'd carry it around everywhere. All right, so we're kicking off better than last week.
Yeah.
Last week we sat through a Cody promo that made no sense, but tonight we're making sense.
They're going right into a match. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with talking segments as long as they serve a purpose. And
I agree. If they hit a point, yeah.
kind of like anything with it just depends who you're going to put out there. Cody, he's good on the mic, but you got to put him with the right person.
Yeah.
But Drew McIntyre is a good person on the mic though. And last week it just I didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. I think if you have like a 15, a 20-minute, segment at the beginning of the show, I think if you do it right, I don't think anything's wrong with it as far as like the timing of the show and stuff like that. I mean, if it hits all points and it moves the story along, I don't see an issue with it. But if it's like a boring, just drag out segment, I mean,
Yeah.
it gets to the point where you kind of want to change the channel.
You're literally describing the Death Riders in AEW. That's what
Exactly. I've been paying attention to it. It's hard to watch, but
they'll start the Death Riders will open Dynamite and they'll have 800,000 viewers. And then to the next segment, they've already lost 150,000 viewers.
I don't even know if they know the end game with all that. I really don't.
I don't care what the end game is. They didn't even have an Infinity War. You
I
gotta
mean,
have an Infinity
that's where
War
you could have gone with it. That's an idea.
because I kind of look at Cody and Roman's story. WrestleMania 39 was Infinity War, and Endgame was WrestleMania 40.
Mm,
A lot of people say Infinity War was better, but the Endgame was bigger.
right.
Drew McIntyre. There we go.
Hey guys, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Oh,
thank you for having me.
oh, that was good. If I was Jimmy Uso, I wouldn't have put my hand on my head and I would have just taken it flat. I would have just hit the steel steps, just flat out, and try to make myself bleed.
That would have made it believable. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of that inverted Alabama slam. I love that. Done
Yeah,
right,
man,
that's a vicious move.
it is. You know, Jordan Grace did it on NXT the other night.
I saw that.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Didn't Cody and Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble? Like, wasn't the finish Alabama Slam onto the
Yeah,
ladder?
Cody gave Kevin the Alabama slam to the ladder. Yep.
Yep.
I think they made a bridge from the ring to the from the table to the ring. I think. That's how they did it. 2K style.
Yeah.
How y'all been, man? I know it's been a while.
Good man. I'm doing good, man. Just trying to stay warm in this cold ass weather.
For real, bro. Holy moly. Texas, we supposed to be warm blooded down here, man. It's been straight 10 to 20 degrees like the last
Y'all been
week.
getting snow, man.
Yeah,
I mean, y'all rarely get snow.
I
Texas
know.
rarely gets snow, and then damn near blizzards coming down now.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Sign of the times.
Yeah, man. I was talking to Connor earlier, man. I'm looking at all this discourse online. I'm just laughing. People are already complaining the Rock's disrupting stuff tonight. I'm like,
And apparently the reports were wrong because Liv Morgan and Naomi is still happening tonight.
exactly. All about it. Everybody's complaining about it. And I'm like, I don't see what a match is canceled. Nick Aldis never officially came out and said a match was canceled. Like,
Right.
Like every match is still on. They changed the 6-man to a tag team match though.
yeah.
But that's fine. It doesn't need to be a 6-man.
Cody mysteriously was taken out of the match
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
We all
unknown
know.
reasons.
Unknown reasons.
Nick
Final
Aldis
boss want to see him.
made it clear who that was.
The Rock comes to town. He's out of the damn main event. Ain't that a bitch?
Hey, man. I was talking to Connor, man. I was just telling Connor the truth this last month. I was like, man, this is not. I don't know. I think we've been spoiled, Mr. Jacobs, with the WrestleMania 39 and 40 was just magical build going into Mania. So now you just set my expectation. The last 2 years has been.
You're expecting the same hype this year.
I gotta have that same hype, man.
Yeah, that's understandable. We were talking about that. Yeah, I understand.
Because even like people forget, man, WrestleMania 39 had a lot of hype too, and it was probably one of the better WrestleManias
Yeah.
in recent memory too. You know, both nights was really good.
Harry Osborne. Still don't know if that's your actual name. Hopefully we're starting tonight. Yeah, like tonight very could be a pivoting point of tonight. The build really amps up if they play the cards right. Which the Rock is good on the mic, so you know whatever he's going to do is going to be good. But it doesn't need to be no WrestleMania 42 announcement. It doesn't need to be WrestleMania 45, and that needs to be WrestleMania 41 and build on to that tonight.
Yes.
I mean, you can still announce WrestleMania 42, but you can also build towards this year. Because apparently The Rock announced a new movie. He's gonna be in a new movie pretty soon. He just announced,
Hmm.
and he won't even be able to be at WrestleMania next year because that movie that he's gonna be doing that he just announced, he'll be filming during that time.
Of course.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for him to do WrestleMania this year.
Hmm.
Because why would you even announce it this year if you're not even going to be at it next year? So, but yeah, tonight could be a pivotal point, Harry. Sean, thanks for watching. Should be a good show. Harry, Jesse, thanks for watching. Yeah, thank you all for joining us.
Absolutely. Guys, joining. Yeah, I was talking to Congress Jacobs. I was like, I don't know how they're gonna play it because I mean he still left the door open to go after Roman or Cody.
Mhm.
You know, even though he
Yeah.
cut those babyface promos, he still kind of left like a little something there. So I'm just eager to see how he's gonna pivot from that, from what he was
You see,
saying.
I'm trying to figure out the same thing. Like, where are
Yeah.
they going with this exactly? I mean, I'm intrigued by it. I'm just trying to figure out where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock, he came into this last minute, so this is on him. So,
Yeah.
but he, last year if it wasn't for the fans, this is really hard to think that if it wasn't for the fans last year, we probably wouldn't have gotten the final boss character.
That's true.
Yeah.
The fans kind of created that. Well, he created it. It was always his idea, but the idea never would have came if it wasn't for the fans.
Yeah, it was kind of like Die Rocky Die 2.0.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Because if things would have played out, I'm guessing that The Rock would have went into that match with. I mean, he would have had to go into that match with Roman as a babyface, right? Because Roman was still like a heel tribal chief at the time. Yeah.
Ooh, it's super kick. I think they gave the wrong Uso the Royal Rumble winner. Here recently, Jimmy Uso's been doing really, really good on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, Jimmy's reminding everybody that, hey man, before all these injuries, I could wrestle.
Right.
I
I agree.
Like in the ring, I think he's better than Jey Uso.
Yes, I have to agree with that.
I think he moveset, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he has a wider variety of moves that he can do more than Jay for sure.
Yeah.
Like someone's bleeding.
He's a low key high flyer too, man. Like Jimmy can fly. Like
yeah.
Ooh. A net breaker.
It's just he had a lot of knees. He had a lot of lower leg injuries, man. Kind of just stunning him, right? You look at some old Jimmy, so like early career stuff, man. Dude was crazy.
Oh, super.
Damn.
See,
good opener though.
Drew McIntyre's been a good addition to SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
He's the heel that SmackDown needed because, I mean, besides Solo and Jacob, I mean, they don't really have anybody. I mean, Kevin Owens, but they don't really have anybody else. But Drew McIntyre is a very good heel, so he's a good addition to. Oh, that was a good roll.
That's what I always thought about Drew, is that he has many levels to him.
Yes.
And with him being on SmackDown, which is something that I think SmackDown, they're not doing bad, but I feel like it could use a breath of fresh air.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh, Jimmy Uso got the win.
Some fresh air, and at the same time, you have Drew McIntyre, who's involved with multiple storylines.
Yes.
That all lead to the same road, the same thing, going straight to WrestleMania. That's the whole kind of centerpiece of this whole thing is WrestleMania and the bloodline and how they screwed up his career for the last few months or for the last year or so. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Actually, it was like the last 3 years if you go back to Clash of the Castle.
You got a good point. That's right. Yeah, that's pretty. That's true. That's pretty true.
I mean, I can't believe they let Jimmy win this match though. That's a great
Oh,
win right there.
he
I
won
didn't
the
see that
match.
coming either.
He won
Yeah.
the match, but he's not going to win the fight. Isn't it? Like,
No,
he's fixing to do like
Trying to
Randy
knock
Orton.
Jimmy out.
but Mr. Jacobs I like Drew. I like the heels like Drew
Damn.
McIntyre because
Yeah.
they bring an element of truth to why they're doing what they're doing. Like it's like
Right.
I don't like this guy. He's doing all this mean stuff, but he's actually making sense why he's doing it.
Yeah. There's a reason behind it. There's a method to his madness.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Kevin Owens. He's justified in what he's doing. All the asshole tactics that he's pulling. I mean,
Yeah.
it's justified. Think about it. You got your homeboy that you think's your ace boom coon right there chilling. You know what I'm saying? And like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
he's siding with the enemy. You think to
Oh, here
yourself,
we
man,
go.
whose side are you on for real though?
For
And it's
real.
like you can get where you can see where Kevin Owens is coming from though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More.
Man, why Jimmy always getting his ass kicked, man?
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Bro,
He'll put up a good ass fight, but he'll always get his ass
he's
whooped.
always getting his ass kicked. Man, it's Solo, Jacob, Drew. He always get his ass kicked, man.
That was a good.
I mean, I've noticed that too.
That was a good opening.
That was.
Jimmy Uso won the match, but and you notice how Drew McIntyre said that he was coming to SmackDown and he was going to be more happy. And he was just laughing, he was just smiling and laughing in that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like on one of these beatdowns of security guards, they got to have someone bust someone open instead of just breaking everybody up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Make it more impactful.
How do y'all feel about that? I think the bloodline, the new bloodline, they just started winning a match or two, man. They've been losing a lot of like they are protecting Jacob because he's not taking the pin, but
Yeah.
it's just like they've been losing all of these tag and main event matches, though. What I've been noticing.
I mean, it seems like to me like the only one holding the bloodline up is Jacob, really.
Yeah.
And like, because they're protected. He's well protected. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be taking the pin for a whole minute.
Yeah.
But I feel like when they're building this whole new bloodline up, quote unquote, Jacob, he's gonna be the spotlight. He's gonna step out in the spotlight. It's inevitable to happen because he's outshining each and every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's inevitable. He's gonna be the one to step out.
Yep.
Jacob,
Yep.
what do you got to say for yourself?
Man, all I can think about is the weekend when I see Solo. Man, I can't get that meme out of my. I
The
can't
weekend. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Glad we're on the same page. Listen, tonight I'm gonna be in the corner during Blue and Summer's match. Oh, whoa. Hold on, man, don't disrespect. But me and Thomas, we've been running these things on SmackDown for the past couple weeks.
We had knew that was going to come in.
So
Mhm.
tonight, me and you gonna play.
Jacob, that guy.
Shit, Jacob coming for real with that one.
That right there, Jacob. It's exactly why I love it. I'll be back. We're gonna talk to Nick on this.
Jacob gonna end up beating the shit out of Solo one of these days.
Eventually he is.
I can see it.
Solo Jacob's dynamic is fascinating. This was the social media blast last night, and as everyone talking, the headlines read bold and disruptive.
Final ball.
The final boss returns tonight. What will happen when The Rock revs his engine on this road to WrestleMania? That is
Solo delusional, man. Is he not listening to the tone in Jacob's voice?
He's going to eventually.
This man is for the
Mhm.
eventually turn on you, man.
You see the way they look at him when he walked away, though.
I know.
I look for them to bring in Jacob Fatu's brother, Journey Fatu eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the independent scene right now. But I look for them to do the Usos versus Jacob and Journey Fatu.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. That'd be a great match.
Oh yeah, it would be.
That was still a show.
They got Zilla Fatu. They got Ransom Hawaii. They got Hikuleu. They got Tonga twins coming in. They got so many of them coming in now.
I think Lance just got with the ID program. I think.
I, I,
Yeah, I
I
saw
think they,
that.
I think they signed him to a NXT deal.
Sweet.
They just haven't debuted him. It's like Hikuleu. I don't. First, he was going to be on the main roster. Then he was going to go down to NXT, and then he was going to be in the Survivor Series, and then he wasn't. I don't know. I mean, he'd be a perfect opponent for Obafemi.
Yeah, that would be a
Hikuleu is
that
so
would
good.
be a hard hitting match right there. You have to reinforce the ring for that one.
Oh, for real.
Hikuleu isn't the best talker, but he is a. He's the kind of Diesel guy you want.
Yeah.
I've seen him wrestle one time in person, and he's pretty tall. Harry McIntyre. Yeah, I don't think McIntyre and Jimmy Uso is done yet.
Nah, not by a long shot.
With the way that they ended the match, there's going to be a rematch, and Drew McIntyre will probably get a win back.
Mm.
I'm surprised they had him lose tonight,
Yeah, me
but
too. I wasn't looking for that.
they had. I mean, he got straight up and won the fight technically, so he didn't make him look too weak, and it was a roll up, so it wasn't like he. Maybe you could say it was a fluke. I guess you could say that.
You want to call it a fluke?
Yeah, because he just rolled him up and won.
Yeah, it's how you lose, right? Kind of like that's a completely different from somebody doing a finisher and beating you right in the middle of the ring versus
Unless you're
like a lucky roll.
unless you're Sean Dean. I remember he beat MJF 3 times.
Yeah.
I remember that he beat him.
Fair point.
I think this one's a fluke. I mean, James he's gotten a lot good in singles matches, but we haven't really seen him in singles matches throughout the years. Like he's always been a tag team guy. So I feel
Yeah.
like this is like the first like real singles run we're getting with Jimmy Uso. I mean, we've obviously seen it with Jey Uso, but yeah, Drew McIntyre will get a win back, and probably next week, I bet, before the Elimination Chamber.
Probably.
Because next weekend's the Chamber. So they have one SmackDown before the Chamber.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was probably had to be in Toronto, right? Because
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think they're going to be. I don't know if they're going to be at the arena for Elimination Chamber, or they're going to be nearby it if they're not. Normally, they like to keep like if they do a pay per view and a SmackDown, they like to keep them close together.
Yeah.
I like the theme song they got for Elimination Chamber. Probably their best theme song since. God, I don't know when. I mean, WWE they pick a lot of mainstream music, like
Yeah.
Jelly Roll or Travis Scott or
yeah, Travis Scott, yeah. Yeah, they done had like the same WrestleMania thing for theme music.
They had the weekend for like 5 or 6 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that too.
I kind of missed the weekend though this year because it just seems when they're not the theme song, things aren't the same.
I know you get
Right.
used to it. Like you get used to the sound and yeah.
I think the weekend, his whole vibe fits the WrestleMania weekend. Though. I think
It
that whole
really does.
vibe.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
I think they should go back to that next year. Just make it just do a 10-year deal with the weekend, and then just have
10-year deal.
15 songs of the weekend at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. They definitely made this the chamber unpredictable. Like I don't know who's gonna win it, man. It's gonna be the Punk or Cena. I just don't know which one. Somebody
That's a
was,
thought, though, man. If Cena wins,
I know, right? Somebody not gonna like this, but everybody's saying that The Rock came back to screw over Punk again for main event the WrestleMania.
I wouldn't put it past The Rock, though. I mean, you know. I do like that Claymore to the back of the head, though. That was some
Oh
cold
yeah,
shit right there. I
yeah.
like that.
I saw a lot of people mad too about Jacob. Not, I mean, I'm a Jacob fan. I mean, I wasn't too upset with. I mean, if he's not going to win it, if they got to they protecting him from getting pinned, right? So if he went to the elimination,
Yeah,
we all know he's not going to win, so he don't have to take a pin.
I think that's the main. That's exactly what they're doing. They're protecting the man. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a whole thing about they're holding the back. No, I think they have something bigger planned for him. To be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Connor went out. I guess he'll be right back. It always happens. We have technical difficulties on this new platform all the time.
Yep.
There he is.
I think my TV gonna be so far behind y'all. I'm going through these buffering issues for whatever reason. I'm have to like
I'm like a
restart.
few seconds behind too, but we're all around the same area. So
Okay.
Carmelo and yeah.
Truth. Oh, you gotta love our truth, man. You gotta love him.
Louisiana legend. Who is a legend from Louisiana?
Man, you got quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legends. Watch it be someone not even a legend, or just some off the wall person. Heidenreich, Ricky Starks, and
Yeah, Ricky Starks is from there, but I doubt they put him on Raw. Not this soon.
Oh yeah, it's a little too.
not really. Wouldn't really consider him a legend just yet.
Not yet.
Uh,
He's on his way there.
Maybe a couple years. I don't know who it is. It's probably not even someone. It's probably some off the wall person, or some kind of invisible person that's something stupid. Something that R-Truth would get. Or maybe it is somebody. I don't know. Hey, maybe it's. Well, I would say it was John Cena, but he's not from New Orleans. He's from Westbury, Massachusetts.
Boston. Oh, yeah, I think it's from Massachusetts.
Yeah. He's from. Yep, that's where he's from.
Mello don't miss. We'll see about that. It's next.
Okay.
Be right back, guys. Gonna take a bathroom break right quick.
Alrighty.
Mello don't miss.
Oh, this Mello's out. I'm still trying to get my TV back up and running. I don't know what's going on.
Trying to put Carmelo and the Miz together, but they've been teasing Andrade and the Miz doing something.
Yeah. They gotta give Shinsuke something to do. Like he need to be getting some opponents. So take the belt off him. I don't know what they're doing with this US title scene. And they got the wrestlers to do it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I think the Elimination Chamber, LA Knight's going to win the title back. And then at WrestleMania, we get LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre for the U.S. title. That's probably what's going to happen. I don't even
Okay.
know why they. I don't know why they had LA Knight lose the title in the first place.
Exactly.
I don't get it. And he didn't really do it. He had that one title defense on SmackDown against LA Knight, and Jacob Fatu costed LA Knight. But they could have put Shinsuke against somebody.
They teased
Maybe
Jimmy, but that never really materialized. But
they could have put him against somebody.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't get the thought process behind that. They should just put on Carmelo. Like they should just put on Carmelo or Andrade at Crown Jewel.
You said that from the jump. That was the call to make. It's like, why would you had a triple threat at a PLE? After somebody should have got rewarded off that 7-match series, but whether it was Andrade or Carmelo, somebody should have got rewarded for that. Otherwise, why you put it in a PLE for LA Knight to retain? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
At least, I don't know. I wonder how they get. What's the thought process behind that stuff? Because Shinsuke didn't do a damn thing with the title.
Hey, Cut, I'm a big fan. I was happy he won, but I gotta be real.
It's not really his fault.
It's not really his fault. It's just, man.
All you gotta do is book him in some matches in the gallery. SmackDown's 3 hours now. They could have put him in the league.
Yeah, thank you, Cut. It's 3 hours. You got literally 3 or 4 mid-card wrestlers working that scene that he can fight. Like,
yeah. Like they could have had him go against Jimmy Uso. He could have won against maybe Santos Escobar or something. Maybe do a triple threat. Shinsuke, who's the heel, against another heel and a babyface.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I could have done something.
Yeah.
How about? Shinsuke really shouldn't have even been in the Royal Rumble match. They could have taken him out of that and put the U.S. title on the line at the Royal Rumble.
Thank you. I've never been a fan of mid-card and tag champions being in Royal Rumble. I just never been a big fan.
Well, like I didn't get why they had Lyra Valkyria and Chelsea Green.
Yeah, it's like, why did you have Lyra take a loss to Bayley before she even defended her own title?
Like they had both of them losing the same week.
I don't like that, man. That women's roster is big enough where the mid card, your brand new mid card champions, you're trying to establish prestige. You don't want them eating pins. It just minimizes their title because they're trying to go after a bigger title.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lessens the importance
of
it.
Yeah, I didn't like Lyra losing like that. I know it's against Bayley, but still.
I don't care who it was against. It could have been against Maxine Dupree.
Exactly. Anybody back there hanging out.
Women, like they could have put Bayley against somebody else. They could have put who beat Chelsea?
Naomi. They had Naomi.
That could have put Naomi against B-Fab.
What's the leader?
B-Fab,
right?
B-Fab can take a loss. She can take a loss, and it's not like she's doing anything against
right. I'm just never a big fan of champions taking a pin. Like even, it may be okay in a tag match because you can set up a feud with somebody who pinned them, but like a one-on-one match taking a pin, it just never looks and feels right to me.
I think one of the only times where I think it makes sense for a champion to be pinned, like let's say like there's a pay-per-view coming up, and the challenger for the title wants to is going to get a non-title match like on Raw or something.
Yeah,
and like that, and if that the contender slips a win out of nowhere, that's a huge pop for the fans. The fans go nuts over that. That's probably the only time where it makes sense and it's actually a pretty cool thing to see.
Yep.
And then they go on to the pay-per-view and retain the title.
Yep, I totally agree.
They usually give them the win. They usually give them the big win before the pay-per-view.
Before the pay-per-view, yep. That reminds Nina Vega a U.S. title run too, man. Because I'm just
I'm
accepting
saying I agree with that 100%.
she'll never probably ever win. I won't say never ever, but it's gonna be hard for her to win a world championship. But I think she'd be a great mid card champion, though.
I could definitely see her being U.S. champ.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she's good on the mic too, man. People sleep on that, man. She can,
Yeah.
got a decent character. Good on the mic.
She can roast you too, boy. She
Who
can
is that?
roast.
Who are y'all talking about?
Zelina,
Zelina.
Yeah. I think I feel like they're. I mean, they could give Michin another shot just because of how their last match ended, but I think they should move on to someone different. Chelsea's beaten her three
three
times.
times.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let it go. Go in the back of the line. They had 3 shots and you move it.
And I like Michin, but she's still not connecting with the crowd. And I to tweak her character a little more. It's a little bland. Like her character's a little bland. So
make it more edgy. I feel like
needs to be more edgy.
All right, who are you gonna pull out of the hat, R-Truth? I thought this is gonna be something stupid, but it might actually be something pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah, knowing truth, man.
I mean, he had John Cena on the Raw after Mania. He had John Cena.
R-Truth, man.
You can't tell me he's not gonna be in the Hall of Fame when he finally gets to retire. And
yeah, definitely.
He's not from Louisiana. What the hell? He's not from Louisiana.
I love R-Truth, man. I love him.
His last, L.A., Louisiana.
Oh my goodness!
Dude, I should have known it would be something like that. I guess L.A. Knight's from he's from Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Man.
Man,
R-Truth, man. He is a treasure.
Yeah,
oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, L.A. Knight's from
I'm gonna say he's even from L.A. He's from Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, Camaro's he might lose this one. Or Shinsuke might cost LA Knight and Carmelo and the Miz get a win.
See, right there, Connor, like we was talking about, Mr. Jacobs was talking about a little earlier. You got 4 guys right there that Shinsuke could be wrestling. Those are 4 guys.
Yeah.
Big card scene. Put them in some matches, man. Like we so happy the belt came off Logan Paul, who did nothing with his reign. I mean, not all his fault, but then we don't do these other champions since him that wrestle.
Yeah. I mean, I think when it comes down to like the importance of the title, I feel like it's kind of taking a back burner over. I think the last year, maybe 2. When overall over like the heavyweight title and the undisputed title, I mean, they seem to kind of just give the U.S. title just enough TV time to have it be relevant. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they're not really doing nothing with it at all.
Yeah.
R-Truth's actually wrestling pretty good right now.
Yep.
Because he's always been good. If anyone goes back and watches his TNA stuff, he was really, really good.
Yeah, he was awesome in TNA.
It was Ron Killings, Conan, and BG James. I don't know what
former
they called
NWA champion.
I don't know what they called them, but they were a group.
I'm trying to remember that name.
Because R-Truth and Conan used to come out together, and then they would do like their own. It was basically their version of the New World, like of the New Age Outlaws. Because BG James would do his thing, Ron Killings, R-Truth would do his thing, and they just meshed it together.
R-Truth is just out there messing around. He ain't taking none of that serious.
Somebody said they spent the WWE spent 2 years building up building up Solo for Jacob to take his thunder.
I mean, it's like this though. I feel like Jacob's not meaning to do it. He's just doing him, and he just happens to be better at doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's like the fans. They're just reacting to what they're being shown, and
yeah.
it's unanimous that the fans are more drawn to Jacob than Solo. It's just, and I mean, for good reason. For good reason.
Mr. Jacobs, how I see both of them, like you said, Jacob seems more real and authentic, less rehearsed.
Right.
And Solo seems more manufactured, rehearsed. It didn't help him that he was trying to act like Roman Reigns, like right after Roman lost the title. Like he should have been establishing his own identity,
Yeah.
But he was trying to act like a tribal chief, But
Exactly.
yeah,
I feel like Solo's a better side character.
yes,
Because if you go back,
Yeah, he's a great henchman.
Yeah, if you go back and watch his NXT stuff, he was really, really good. He could talk on the mic. He could wrestle really good. But he wasn't really trying to play the main character in NXT.
right,
But on the main roster, they're trying to push him to be like a world champion. Like they had him feud with Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, LA Knight, like all these big name guys. So it kind of seems like they're trying to push him to like the main event status. But I think Solo can be a Intercontinental or U.S. champion, maybe a world heavyweight champion, maybe. But I don't see him being a multi-time world champion, really.
yeah,
Jacob Fatu will be. He'll be like a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 world champion.
Jacob Fatu's gonna be heavyweight champion.
yeah.
I can see that.
He's gonna be a multi-time world champion. Jacob Fatu will be. I think he'll walk out with every title won. He's already won the tag titles.
Yeah, at the beginning of the month, right?
Yeah, he didn't really because they were. I don't know why they didn't do like the three bird rule with all three of them together, and that could just rotate out. But Tonga Loa got that instead after a month.
But the dirt sheets was saying that the WWE was like delaying Jacob's debut because they was worried this was going to happen, and it happened.
Yeah, they were worried about the same thing right now that's going on.
It was going to happen either way.
Yeah,
exactly. It was inevitable. You can't stop that kind of shine. You can't.
You can't, man. It's just, and like you said, Mr. Jacobs, the fans are going to react to what they see is real to them, what they see is organic. Yeah. They don't see like it's forced, like a forced push. They see like, man, this dude just getting over because it's him,
Right.
Yeah. And that's not against Solo. It's just like Connor was saying, like he's a tremendous henchman, like number 2 guy,
Right.
Just go back doing what you were doing on NXT, and then he'll be fine. I think eventually he's going to go back babyface, and he's going to join Roman again. I can see it happening. Maybe like 2 or 3 years down the road, I think Solo will get back with Roman Reigns. Something will align them back together. Maybe they do the OG bloodline, like how Survivor Series should have been. Like Survivor Series should have been OG bloodline versus new bloodline. But maybe they do Roman, Uso, Sammy, and Solo versus Jacob, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, Journey Fatu, and Hikuleo maybe. It'd been nice if The Rock would have done Survivor Series, but had poke around and stuff, not knowing what we're doing.
Well, Carter, you was that bad blood, man. He teased it and did something.
Yeah, he didn't do a damn thing. He came back. He didn't do shit. He came. He did.
He didn't even say a word, really.
He didn't say a word. He just did a hand gesture and walked out.
Yeah, that's it. What does that even mean, man? Come on, where you going? Where you going?
Bro,
hopefully tonight he talks about that. Like he. I mean, obviously we're going to be talking about the watch or whatever.
Yeah.
Did Cody give him a watch, or did The Rock give him a watch? I thought The Rock gave Cody a watch. or something.
So how The Rock phrased it in his post, Cody gave it to him before WrestleMania 40, and then The Rock gave it back to him on the Raw after. Well, no, he must have kept it. Yeah, so The Rock must have kept it then. I think Cody gave it to him like a couple of months before WrestleMania 40.
Huh. I
At
wonder
least
what that.
said on the Instagram.
I wonder what that has to do with anything. Like, I wonder how that. Maybe Cody was working with The Rock all along.
I mean, that'll be some storytelling for you.
But Jim Ross needs to be here for this. You son of a bitch.
I know, right?
Yeah, that'll be perfect timing for him.
Oh, damn. Almost dropped the Miz on his head.
Did
That
we
was
hit
close.
did we hit a glass break? Austin.
Yeah. Jim Ross only has one. He has like 2 months left on his AEW deal. And WrestleMania 42, and Stone Cold Steve Austin had knee replacement surgery for for Jim Ross's final match to commentate with CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin, in New Orleans.
I mean, you got something there because the old man's he's out of the company now. So I mean, that was the only thing stopping JR from being in the company was Vince McMahon, really.
If anyone remembers, it was a few years back. It was for a WWE video game, and Jim Ross had a sit down interview with Stone Cold and CM Punk. All they got to do is re-air that on TV, and there's your story. That's all you got to do. But it's got to be a heel CM Punk. It can't be a babyface. Because
you know the story. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say because Stone Cold needs to win the match. He's gonna beat CM Punk, but I feel like that would be a great match. Like Jim Ross's final match to commentate was a Stone Cold match. I feel like that would be a good storybook ending.
That'd be poignant. Very poignant.
I went back and watched the build to Kevin, him and Kevin Owens, like what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And when Kevin did that segment, when he kept, dropping Stone Cold's theme music and he never came out. I just thinking about how loud that crowd got, man. It literally reminded me of growing up as a kid, how people just went crazy when they heard that theme music.
Dude, I've been there. I've been in the middle of that. It literally shakes the building.
I
When
know.
that glass breaks, the people pop. I mean, the building literally shakes, dude. I mean, it's awesome.
I knew that was going to happen. Shinsuke cost. He's going to screw LA Knight out of the match. 1, 2. That went a little bit too long.
Would he just attack him and take off? What?
That's it. That's all he's been doing for the last few weeks, dude. He just comes out and attack and goes. And like they're not doing anything.
Well, he's still out here, just looking at everybody.
Just look. It's just make. And you know what's the crazy, y'all? Shinsuke, if he needs to return back. Remember that feud he had with that 2-match feud he had with Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Like bring that Shinsuke back where he is like telling stories, with the Japanese, with the English subtitles, like and the creativity and the art.
That was cool.
Like bring that back, man. Like what is this? What are they doing with Shinsuke, man?
I mean, it's like nowadays he's coming out. It's like he's like being childish. He comes out, hits you, and then runs away.
I know. It's like what are we?
I'm like,
he's a freaking champion. What are we doing?
Yes, exactly. He's a champion, pulling these tactics every week. I mean, come on.
Hey man, I know Triple H ain't writing these shows, but who writing this show, man? Who's been writing SmackDown the last?
Oh man.
Well, they said that the Road Dogg was a producer again.
Oh man, that
oh yeah, they did say that.
That explains it. What is Road Dogg doing, man?
We got Tiffany Stratton versus Candice LeRae next. This should honestly be a title match, but
yeah.
Did y'all see all the buzz around? I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I guess all these reports I've been seeing saying that the women are frustrated on the main roster.
Yeah.
I think if they just tell, to me, and I want y'all opinion. I don't think there's been a really strong. I got to watch it. I can't miss this segment. Women's storyline since Bailey. They Damage Control kicked Bailey out of the group last year before Mania. Like that was some must see stuff. But lately it's just been like stories have been kind of they're not been like in depth storytelling. What y'all think about that?
I mean, the only in depth story you have is Rhea and Liv, but
there's
a difference between long term and actually a good long term story. That was not a good long term story. That was just a drag out story. I can't really think of anything. I mean, that was the last story. I feel like that was like must see. Like 1 week, like they were all talking Japanese. Then eventually Bailey caught on to it, and then they turned on her, but Dakota Kai was on Bailey's side. And then the very next week, they teamed together, and then Dakota Kai turns on Bailey, and then it was just more investing.
Yeah, like it was like I can't miss a segment. Like I got to see what's gonna happen.
And Triple H was the booker then too. So I don't know what happened.
And it's crazy, right? They could have did more with that story with Dakota and Bailey, but then they shipped everybody. They shipped Damage Control to Raw like right after WrestleMania. So it's like they could have added like a layer to that story, but. Yeah,
I think it made it worse when Dakota. I think Dakota got injured too at the same time.
She got injured too. That's true.
Yeah.
And Asuka got injured again.
Yeah.
Asuka, then Kyrie got injured not too long ago.
Yeah, they kind of went down around the same time. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But Asuka should be back very, very soon.
Man, I've been missing my Empress.
I wonder when Becky Lynch is going to come back too. Because she was supposed to be at Raw on Netflix, but that didn't happen, and she wasn't at the Rumble. So I'm wondering what they're waiting on.
Could they be trying to pull something like after WrestleMania, like the Raw after WrestleMania?
That's what they might do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because if you bring her back right at the Elimination Chamber, then you only got like a month to build a feud, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, probably better for the comeback after Mania.
That's what they're going to do with Malachi Black and Miro, probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
They'll probably debut them after Mania because, Ricky Starks, like, everyone was complaining he was on the main roster, but it was reported that right now, like, all the slots are being filled for Mania. There's not a spot for Ricky Starks on the main roster, but on NXT, they got plenty of spots. Especially for like the men's roster, they need people like Ricky Starks. So
yeah, sure.
So like after Mania is like The Rock's not going to be around, Rowan's probably not going to be around. John Cena should be around. So it'll be Mike Tyson. He's going to be at WrestleCon.
I heard about that.
He's going to be at WrestleCon.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame too. I heard.
He's going to be everywhere in Las Vegas.
The Wrestling Hall of Fame?
Yeah, the WWE. I heard he's going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
He's going to be at World. He's going to be at World. He's going to be at WrestleCon. He's going to be at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to be at World too? You're right, Con. Oh, wow. Okay. My TV a little bit behind him.
Wow.
Yeah, Michael making them rounds.
I might have to try to. That's probably my best chance to meet Mike Tyson. Is it?
Dennis Rodman's going to be at WrestleCon too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's charging $500 freaking bucks.
So
$500? God damn.
They gave Mike Tyson a lot of credit in that Vince documentary. When they was doing the Monday Night Wars, and they said that what Mike Tyson was like the special enforcer in the Shawn Michaels Stone Cold match. Helped shift the ratings back to WWE.
Yeah, like the Stone Cold and Mike Tyson was like a really big deal. Because Stone Cold was like he was like the most popular guy in WWE, and then Mike Tyson's like the biggest boxer in the world. And then you put them in the ring together, like that was a pretty big deal. And then Mike Tyson punched Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels knew,
boy, gotta watch out for it.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels knew that he wasn't going to be around after Mania, so just punch me and just wipe me off TV.
Yep. Yep.
That's what I'm saying, though, man. When Mike Tyson in finisher terms, that left hook, that's his finisher right
That's
there.
his finisher, man. And
Didn't
guys, we got to think that was 1998, right? So that was like
Yeah,
Tyson wasn't the lovable character because he had just got done biting Evander Holyfield ears, and
right.
so he wasn't like he was kind of like public enemy number one, and you know.
I
yeah.
mean, and the thing is, I'll give Vince McMahon this credit. He was smart to
He was
capitalize on
smart,
all
man.
that.
He
He was
showed
smart.
the
I'll give him all that credit.
He got smart to a certain age.
Yep.
Then he
Yeah.
just lost it.
Then he fell off the rails, man. The last like 6-7 years of his tenure, man. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened after
Like the
that.
last good year WWE, like when Vince was still around, was like 2016 or 2017.
Yeah.
Because 2016, like when they brought the brand split back, they had some pretty good stories. The Miz and Dolph Ziggler was a good one. Uh, Sami Zayn and Mick Foley actually had a pretty good story with Braun Strowman, Triple H and Seth Rollins, Jericho and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they had some really. Then after WrestleMania 33, all hell's hit. Everything went to hell. I mean, they didn't know what they were doing. I mean, I got out of W. I was really going to get out of wrestling at that point. I mean, at that point, I just felt like my intelligence was being insulted there for a minute. And
Mm-hmm.
then AEW
That's
came along.
understandable.
AEW kind of saved my love for wrestling. And then WWE, well, what really got me back into WWE was CM Punk. If it wasn't for CM Punk, I don't think I'd be watching it. But since CM Punk's back, I'm watching everything WWE now.
Right.
But a lot of these wrestlers, like when I didn't watch WWE, I didn't know, like Carmelo Hayes, Roxanne, like I wasn't really familiar with them, and now I've kind of gotten to know them more. And
Yeah.
I've become really big fans of people like Tiffany, Roxanne, Braun Breaker.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm just happy we found a way to get Trish. I was like, man, you gotta have a Trish match in Toronto, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they did that.
Yeah. Do y'all remember Trish last match before she like her first retirement? She beat Lita for the women's championship in Toronto.
Right.
Had
Yeah.
a winning match and then she had to like vacate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only thing I need to see from Tiffany now, I think she got to start evolving her character a little bit. So, like the
Yeah.
Tiffany time is cool, but it can get worn out, right? So she got to like kind of evolve it just a little bit. Especially if they finna give her like a long title reign, if she beats Charlotte, you know,
Yeah, I
Well,
agree. Give her more dimensions.
yeah,
like with the two Royal Rumble winner storylines, they're gonna have to do something to make them interesting, going all the way till April.
yes,
Yeah.
Jey Uso and Gunther and Tiffany and Charlotte.
and I gotta be honest, man, that segment last week, it's like, what was that? Like, I thought Charlotte was gonna be a little bit more dramatic. It was just she just walks out there and I choose you. Like, okay. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more dramatic, but
I mean, I think a lot of fans are like on the fence when it comes to Charlotte right now. They're kind of like, I I mean, for me personally, I feel like her returning and winning the Royal Rumble wasn't that bad of a thing. But then there's fans that are just protesting the whole thing. And I
Mhm.
get it. She just walks in, takes it. I get it. But it's like for me, it's like she went through hell to get back to where she's at now. I think she's earned it. And like I think when it comes to like her versus Tiffany, I think that's gonna be a dream match. It's gonna be an awesome match. I think it's probably one of the matches to look forward to. But
Yeah,
it's like for some reason there's a lot of fans that are just on the fence about Charlotte right now. I don't get it, but
you know, Mr. Jacobs, I think because Tiffany is so over, they're concerned that Charlotte's about to beat her at WrestleMania and get the belt. I think that's like the underlining concern.
that makes sense though. That makes sense.
I mean, she's super over, man. Like she was over when she was a heel. you know.
Yeah.
And it forced Triple H to kind of like develop the storyline to where she was becoming a babyface under Nia, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what, Tiffy? I know we have a match right now, but you know what? Maya and I are just a little impatient.
And then too, Mr. Jacobs, you got to think, man. She was out for what, 15 months, and so
Mm-hmm.
man, that's a long time to be out in the crowd. I mean, she got diehards out there, but
Yeah.
it's Tiffany's universe right now.
Right.
Trish Stratus is going to do something tonight, I think.
Hey neighbor, you switched to T-Mobile home internet yet?
Because it's basically 1-on-2 right now. It's going to be not because Nia Jax is going to be in Candice LeRae's corner.
Candice LeRae is another one, man. I mean, I just wish WWE did a little bit more with her because I really like her as a wrestler. She's decent on the mic,
Mm-hmm.
but they just kind of had her in catering and jobbing for so long. Now, kind of
Yeah, she's been on TV a little bit more since she won the speed title. I wish they'd do the same with Dragon Lee, because it seemed like once he won the speed title, you got a bigger push in the main roster. And Andrade, like when he won the speed title, he was on SmackDown against Carmelo, doing that feud, and then Candice LeRae won it. She's been doing more, but Dragon Lee hasn't really gotten that. But Dragon Lee's had to take so much time off for personal reasons, so it's kind of hard to, I guess, push him. Like it's like when someone's out and in, it's hard to push them consistently. But hopefully they have a good period where they can push him and do something for them.
Well,
I would honestly have him turn heel on the LWO.
Oh, for real? Have him turn heel?
I mean, you could spin that.
Yeah, because
put him
and just have Karrion Kross have him get into his ear.
Yeah.
He's destroying everybody's group nowadays.
He's the certified heel turn salesman.
Yeah, there was somebody back in the day who used to do the same thing. I forget his name. Sean O'Hara. That was his name, Sean O'Hara.
Yeah.
He used to do the same thing. He was like, he had this character like, it's okay, take a drink. It's no problem. Nothing's gonna happen. Go ahead, smoke that cigarette. You're not gonna get nothing's gonna happen to you. It's like he was one of those devil's advocate characters. It was pretty awesome. Go ahead, cheat on your wife. She's not gonna know.
If Karrion Kross could ever get the fans behind him in the ring, I think he could go really far in WWE. He's very good on the mic. He's got a good character, and he can have an investing story with the right people. I think if he can have I think he might go against Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, and I think that feud might actually boost Karrion Kross up. Because for a while, I feel like AOP and they were kind of holding him back because he wasn't really doing anything singles wise. It was always like the Wyatt Six or the LWO or the New Day or something. But now, since they're out of the way, they can focus on Karrion Kross. I think he could be an Intercontinental Champion at least. If he can get the crowd behind him in the ring. I mean, he's got the character, the storyline, and the mics are down. I mean, he's not a bad wrestler in ring. It's just getting the crowd to connect with you. It's kind of like Meechin. We were talking about her earlier.
Yep.
I mean, she's good in the ring, but like even she admitted that she was on a podcast or something, and she even said that she wants to work on getting the fans more behind her. Here comes Charlotte Flair. In the middle of the match, too.
Yeah, that's going to end in a DQ or Tiffany's going to win by distraction or something.
So hopefully Trish Stratus is there because now it's 3-on-1. Maybe Lita's there and they make this a 6-man at 6-1.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That would be.
Lita might be there. I mean, her and Trish are good friends. Maybe she made a call.
It has to be a little awkward, right? That Charlotte and Andrade are like the same brand.
Yeah, have a divorce. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think they're professional enough
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do their job, and but it's got to be it has to be pretty awkward though.
yeah.
Seeing them, you got to cross their paths every day. I mean,
Hmm.
why is everybody wearing WWF shirts a lot more now at the shows? I mean, I haven't seen this like for the past few weeks, at least on SmackDown. People's been wearing WWF every week. Like bring back WWF. Someone will have a WWF shirt on or a cap.
I think it's cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
Like all of a sudden, everybody's starting to wear it.
Not
Where were
forget,
you at?
it's not forgetting where you came from.
Where were you guys at when they changed the name? You could have protested to keep the name, and now you want to do it years
Man,
later.
it took me a while to say WWE, man. I was raised off WWF.
Yeah, same here. I
It
had to
took me.
reprogram myself.
Yep.
You have to get the F out.
Yeah.
I remember those commercials. I wasn't alive for them, but when I would watch like Raw and SmackDown, like in order, they had the commercials. Get the F out.
Yeah.
WWE, like they're rebranding.
Yep.
You know, Jesse Von Tour said WWF on air. A Saturday Night's Main Event.
He did. He
Uh,
did.
Yeah, I remember that. He made a little slip up.
Because he hasn't been in WWE since they were WWF.
That's true.
I don't think he's made one appearance under the WWE umbrella.
I don't think so either.
I mean, it's
Yeah, because I think when he came back to do the guest host on Raw, that was, let's see. No, that was before. No, because he came back before, way before the change of the name, because he had something to do. He was like a commissioner or something back at that time. Because I remember at one point in time they made him commissioner for like an episode or two of Raw.
okay. Moonsault. Oh,
Is it Mia? Charlotte lost a lot of weight, man. She just looks like a lot thinner.
You can
yeah.
tell. You can
You
tell
can
like
tell,
she's been
right?
working out too.
Yeah.
She is toned.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish we could just get on to the Rock stuff. All these fans wanted these matches. Now we gotta wait.
Yep.
I mean, the fans literally paid to see The Rock. That's why they're there. I think they want to see The Rock. The
Yeah.
matches are like they're just a formality.
Yeah. It's like get to the good part.
But all these fans had to cry about we didn't get our we want this, we want that.
Carter, they already started. People jumped to the conclusions and thought they canceled 2 matches because of The Rock, and clearly it's
Right.
happening.
Nobody knows anything. Like they try to report stuff, and then the only people that I really wish that we didn't have wrestling reporters. Like I wish we could just go back to what used to be. Nobody reports anything, and
Yes.
what you see on TV is when it happens.
Yep.
I mean, like there were still like wrestling news reporters and stuff, but not everybody had access to the internet back then.
Right.
So
Exactly.
if you knew stuff, you had to have the internet. Like when I was growing up, we had the internet, but it was like one of those things where, like, you had to cut the Wi-Fi on just to get on the computer.
Yep.
Yeah.
You couldn't just use it anytime you wanted. But even then, as a kid, I mean, I didn't know where to go search to find out what's happening where. So
I can remember back when they had dial up when you had to.
Oh
When you
yeah.
had to make sure nobody was on the phone.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
can use your internet.
Yeah, you could not be on the phone and use the internet at the same time. Like AOL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find those message boards. That's what I used to just find those wrestling message boards.
Yeah.
I miss when like you had a home phone and someone was on the phone, you could get on the other phone and talk to the and like and you just like be nosy in their conversations and stuff.
Yeah. I've been guilty of that many times.
I used to do that all the time. Or like I would be in the background like acting like I'm a police officer or something, and then everybody get freaked out or something. I remember one time it was years ago. My grandpa had this old phone. I didn't know if it. I was like 10 years old. I didn't know if it worked or not. It was one of those phones where like you had to move the knob or whatever.
Rotary
And,
phones.
and I pressed 911,
Yeah.
but I didn't think I didn't think it actually worked still. But so the police showed up at the house, and
Yeah, they show up anyway. I remember that stuff.
but I didn't know the phones. I thought the phones didn't even work. And then they showed up and they said, "Did you call 911?" I said, "No, you did, Papa." I said it right in front of the police officer. And then he said,
I've been
"Sir,
one of those
what?"
kids that dialed 911 for no damn reason.
I did it twice. At least I can remember. I don't know. I was watching this one TikTok of this one person was playing a video game and they accidentally butt dialed 911, and they said that they had just killed two people. So the cops thought that there was a homicide going on or something.
That's
Then
hilarious.
they swatted his house, and then
He swatted himself, literally.
he said he killed two. But it was on the video game. He killed two people.
I know, man. Like I was telling Conor, Mr. Jacobs, I was like, man, I think just exposing so much kayfabe and all this behind the scenes stuff. It's like, I don't want to see all that. I want to. It's just too much, man. And then
That's understandable.
like you said, these dirt sheets spoiling returns and already announcing. Like we knew Tiffany and Charlotte was gonna wrestle each other a month ago at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like let it. I mean, like quit doing that, bro. Like
Fightful will put out the entire match run of the shows.
yes,
I've seen that. Yeah.
They'll put everything. Like, I don't want another match. I just want to watch it. I don't care
I
to see.
watch it. Yeah, they're
And
gonna
then,
take you to the main event and all that. Like, bro.
oh, that was a close one.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of watching if you're just gonna just tell me how the story ends? I mean, what's the point of going to see the movie then? You know?
Exactly.
Ooh,
I know Vince is a scumbag, man, but I understand why he was protecting kayfabe as much as he did. Like,
Yeah, it's understandable. Yeah.
it makes so much more sense now watching wrestling today.
damn.
You literally think, you got two wrestlers in this intense feud, but then they taking selfies.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I know
bro, I
what you're
can't
talking about.
take the feud seriously no more. Like,
They're beating the hell out of each other on TV, and then on TikTok they're doing dances together.
just like, even, for example, Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, they sit up here doing all these TikTok videos. They're supposed to be at each other.
it's time to put this match to rest.
Time to take it home.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
1, 2, 3. Easy win for Tiffany Stratton. Well, almost. Well, it was technically 3-on-1, but
Yeah.
Charlotte didn't really do anything in the match. She was just on commentary, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Trish Stratus has got to come out right here. Somebody. Here she is. Yeah, it was Trish.
There we go.
Knock her fat ass.
I'm happy they didn't do like a Trish and Nia straight up match. I'm happy
Oh.
they turned it into a tag match.
Yeah.
With this press.
Because you want Trish to win the match, you got to make it believable that she can actually physically beat Nia,
Right.
Nia's got to work on not being so sloppy.
I know, man.
I mean, golly. She's worse than Tonga Loa.
Yeah. Realize Trish is like 50 years old, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
she looks
They don't even
awesome.
think that way.
They
Well,
don't build
Tiffany
them like
was,
her. Like no,
They don't build them like Trish no more, man.
no man.
Trish,
oh,
honestly, I mean, obviously she's a sex symbol, but she made me a fan of women's wrestling. Like it started with
Yeah.
Trish Stratus and Lita, you know. But I was like Team Trish during that feud.
Oh yeah, I was all about Trish back in the day myself.
they need to start giving Nia Jax some of these big spots. I mean, she's in some matches. I feel like other wrestlers carry her, and then they're able to put on a good match.
Yeah.
Like Bailey, Naomi, Bianca Belair. Look, a lot of them are able to carry her and make it seem like a good match, but
Yep.
Yeah.
they're making it like Naomi made her look good so much.
Oh
Uh,
man, all three of their matches was really good. Yeah.
but it wasn't because of Nia; it was because of who she went against.
Mm-hmm.
If you put Nia against somebody that was lesser known, and you want Nia to help them, and you want Nia to make them look good, Nia couldn't do it. She'd make them
Yep.
both look stupid in the whole match. If
Mm-hmm.
anyone should go back down to NXT, it's Nia Jax. I mean, she's improved a little bit. I mean, she's had some good matches, but when you do Hulk Hogan chair shots, I can't take you seriously anymore.
Oh man, it was so. I was
And
team not. I still love Nia, but I think her championship run went downhill after Survivor Series. That was such a horrible performance, man. I'm like, what are we doing, Nia? What are we doing?
It
I
wasn't her
guess
greatest moment. I
It
mean,
wasn't
you know.
Mr. Jacobs. It
that
was
was
not.
the worst moment of her entire career.
Yeah.
But I guess Tonga Loa and Nia Jax are competing. Who's the worst in the family? I guess.
I know, right?
And Nia Jax, I mean Tonga Loa, he couldn't even do a low blow right.
Nope.
I mean he can, I don't know
You
what he can do.
you remember his debut? He couldn't even time pulling the ref out of the ring.
No,
remember
no. Man.
that.
How do you mess up? How do you mess that up? All you gotta do is pull a ref out.
The
All you gotta do
ref
is
had,
be there and pull the ref out. That's it.
did you see that? Did you see that fan cam, Mr. Jacobs, when the ref had to act like he was getting pulled out of the ring before?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I was like, this is too funny, man.
Oh man, when the refs gotta sell that, man, come on, that's an issue.
Oh man.
Going for solo. Elimination chamber look a whole lot different next week. Relax, take it easy. You're starting to sound like McIntyre with you. You know what I mean? Look, I beat you to the punch. Yeah, it is. I was just saying.
I don't care about the main event. I don't care who wins it.
I mean, you took Cody out. I mean, nobody's gonna care about it.
I
I mean,
know.
it should be a good match still, but I don't care. I mean, they should have scrapped those two matches and just have the Rock take up an entire hour. It'd be
Yep.
worth it.
Get a final boss 45 minutes to an hour, and let them spit the final boss gospel.
Yeah, have the rocking concert again.
I accidentally seen the rundown, and apparently after the Naomi and Liv Morgan match, that's when the Rock's supposed to come out.
Hmm.
But they have a press conference not after SmackDown. They never have a press conference after SmackDown.
Press
Normally it's
conference.
just for PLEs. They did one for Raw on Netflix, but for SmackDown they don't really do press conferences. But tonight they are. So
Where's
something
it
big
at?
has to happen tonight with The Rock for them to
Connor,
do a
where
press conference.
is it gonna be on social media or?
Yeah, it's supposed to be on like YouTube, Twitter. Like it's basically how they would do it for a PLE.
Okay.
Okay, they're probably gonna put it on Twitch too, knowing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be it for. But I swear, if they announce WrestleMania 42, Rock and Cody, you gotta wait a whole damn year to see the match. I believe they did that with John Cena and The Rock.
They did.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
did.
Whole damn year early.
They
Like,
they
was
they
solid.
they strung that out for a while, for a whole year.
CM Punk saved that for Cena, even though CM Punk never get the credit. Because John Cena, he wasn't doing a damn thing. And then the feud with CM Punk kind of sparked some stuff. But Cena and Punk always worked well together. I mean, I don't think they had one bad match with each other. I mean, their Money in the Bank
No,
match
they've
was
always
good,
killed it.
but their match on Raw in 2012 was their best. That was better than their Money in the Bank match. The Money in the Bank match was just bigger because it was Punk's first WWE title win.
Yeah.
And the story that was in place too. You know, he left with the WWE title.
I thought that was a cool moment too. The whole pipe bomb. He was like, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
Yep.
I loved it.
Like, looking back at that story, they should have worked. They should have done something with Ring of Honor New Japan, because Punk referenced in the pipe bomb. Maybe I'll go defend it in New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor.
That would have been a perfect time to start that stuff.
They should have had CM Punk pop up in New Japan or Ring of Honor and have him defend the title there, and then maybe have him come back. Like,
imagine the buzz that would happen if he did that. Imagine the buzz.
To really work out the story, like he's for real, like he actually left with the title. Because back then, kayfabe existed a little bit still then. I mean, the internet was out, but not too out like it is now.
Yeah, not like now. It was just getting started, but not to this level.
Right, it was a baby back then.
Yes,
like I really thought CM Punk had quit. I was a big John Cena fan then, so I hated CM. Once CM Punk calls Jeff Hardy to no longer be in WWE, I hated CM Punk. I hated him. I mean, I really did hate CM Punk. And looking back on it, it's funny. He's my favorite wrestler now.
Right. Been ironic now.
Yeah. It was him the reason Jeff Hardy was my favorite. I dressed like him for Halloween every year. I did his moves on the trampoline. I mean, everything was Jeff Hardy. Then he took it away. And then I had to go to my grandmother's house just to watch TNA to see Jeff Hardy. Because I didn't get TNA. Like all I got was SmackDown during that time.
Man, I'm looking at Twitterverse. People didn't like that segment with Tiffany Stratton, man.
Yeah, probably because the person she was in there with.
Probably. I mean, that's probably where he's coming from.
I mean, Candice LeRae was really good in NXT. I don't know what happened. If
I don't know what's going on with her character.
I mean, but in ring, she was a lot better than that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, she was really good in NXT. I mean, she's it's like night and day.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I don't get it because they tweaked her character a little bit. She just became a mean bitch. Just being so mean to people. I mean, she was just literally roasting folks to their faces. I'm like, damn. And I'm thinking they're gonna run with that and do something with it. And I'm like, and then all of a sudden they drop it, and now she's kind of floundering with Nia. It's like, what are they doing?
All right, they're saying that The Rock's next.
Oh, really?
No, they're pulling.
They're saying on Twitter. I don't know. I seen the rundown. It was supposed to be Naomi and Liv, then The Rock. But maybe they got it wrong and it's reversed. Like The Rock's first and then Liv Morgan and Naomi.
The Rock's back there. The Rock goes on when he wants. It's The Rock show.
I mean, I kind of see what they're doing. They're trying to get fans to stick in through the entire show.
Yeah.
So they can see The Rock. Like, if you want to see The Rock, like, you got to stay tuned. Like, you can't leave. So, what time is this? 8:29. So they got fans to stick in almost an hour.
It's like back in the day, them older YouTubers they used to have the topic of their videos be right at the end of the videos, and they will
Yep.
fill their videos with filler. And then at
Yep.
the end of the video, about the last 2 minutes of the video, they bring up the topic that the video is about. Just suckering them in.
Yep.
They'll bait and switch on them.
Bait and switch.
I mean, SmackDown hasn't really been doing too good in the ratings, so it's a smart strategy. It's
Hey, I'm not knocking it. It works. It's effective.
I
Yeah.
think they should just have Naomi and Liv Morgan take the night off. I mean, we don't care. I don't think anyone's
We
gonna care.
don't care.
Maybe just a few people on the internet will be mad, but it'll be fine. It'll be all right. Because we all know what's going to happen on Monday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or at least I think so. I mean, WWE's been unpredictable here lately, so
So my suspicion is whoever wins this tag team title match, if I think Liv or Bianca's winning the Elimination Chamber, but they're going one of them, whoever wins the championship, the person that loses, I think is going to win the chamber.
so Liv Morgan needs to win on Monday.
I look. I know this is not a popular opinion. I think Liv Morgan needs to win it. She deserves a rematch, but it needs to be in like a triple threat format with EO. That way,
Yeah,
everybody
That-
wins.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
that's the only way it'll work.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
maybe do it for the vote.
yeah, because of the fans, nobody want to see it. But it's like the woman deserves a rematch. She held the belt for over 200 days.
That's true. That's true. She deserves a rematch.
Yeah.
I was at the Memphis Wrestling recently, and some of the wrestlers, like the WWE ID people that will be on Evolve, the guy Sean Legacy and what was his name, Cappuccino Jones.
Cappuccino
they,
Jones. Yeah.
they were actually really good. Those two guys were. The guys that they went against were okay, but Sean Legacy really surprised me, and Cappuccino Jones makes me think of Javon Evans a lot. I actually think he might be better than Javon Evans. I don't know.
I've heard that name, Cappuccino Jones, though.
He comes up with the cappuccino cup, and it's got like his initials or something on the cup. It's just really funny.
That's cool. I like that.
He's only like 19 or 20. He's very young, kind of like Javon Evans. They're very very young.
Yeah.
But they're also going to have some NXT people on there too, because Wendy Chu is going to be on there. I don't know.
I like her.
I don't know why she's still in the company.
You don't like Wendy?
I like her. I think she's an acquired taste. I think.
Yeah. I think they
like,
changed. They didn't explain it, right, Connor? They didn't really explain it.
Every time she's on TV, she puts me to sleep. I mean, her original character was she used to go to sleep all the time. Like that's literally how it made me feel watching her. I mean, Rosemary made her. She made her look good for a little while, but that didn't go on too long. She just needs some of these NXT people need to have the mindset like your goal is to get to the main roster. I would hope so. Is the character that you're doing now going to make it on the main roster? Wendy Chu will not make it on the main roster. She will be on the list of people, she will be on the list of people to be released.
How far can you go with a sleeping gimmick, though? I mean, how far can you really go?
You can't. We are not in the go. This isn't the Bastion Booger era no more. We're beyond that.
Bastion Booger.
We're not in the Bastion Booger era no more. The Goon and the Brooklyn Brawler and
shout out to Duke the Dumpster.
Yeah, no, Duke Dumpster. He's I don't know, not the best wrestler, but he's very good in shape now. If you look at him now, then back then he looks completely different.
Cool dude too, man.
Same as Snitsky. He's really, really jacked now.
Yeah, Snitsky is freaking. built now, man. I'm like, he's like the T1000 now, dude.
He's my friend on Facebook. He's really, really, really jacked. I don't know what. Like he came back to wrestling for a little while in the independents, but then he retired.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of those people, like, surely those coaches are telling them that, like, you got the mindset, like, hopefully you want to go. Like, if your goal is not to go to the main roster, then why are you there? Like, you can't just stay in developmental your whole life. I mean, like, that's like staying in high school the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You can't stay in school the rest of your life. I mean, eventually you got to move
True.
on. And if I'm a wrestler, I want to come up with a character that will do good in NXT, but will do good on the main roster.
Yeah.
Going to sleep and doing all this Barbie doll stuff is not gonna go over on the main roster. It's just not. Maybe if we were in the golden era still, maybe you could get away with a sleeping character, maybe.
Yeah.
But those days are gone. Like, the only good wrestler to come out of that era was Outback Jack. He's the only good one
Outback Jack
to come out of that entire era. You had Brooklyn Brawler, the Goon, Bastion Booger. Who else?
Let's see. They had Berserker. They had freaking what was that? The Bull, the Mentor.
Oh yeah, Mentor. Yeah.
All those guys suck.
Doink.
Like Alexa Bliss video package.
There we go, Alexa Bliss.
Yep, she has it on the chamber.
I love her jacket. That is dope, though.
Mm-hmm. Man, she was Vince's girl, boy. He pushed Alexa so hard, dude. Like, she was beating the 4 horsewomen in their prime. Like,
Yeah.
I'm about beating them clean in the middle of the ring. Like,
well, Vince has a thing for blue-eyed blondes. Real talk, he has a thing for him. He married.
It's like this little bitty girl got no business beating Charlotte Flair, Becky, Sasha, Bailey, man. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, think about it. Think of all these women that he's pushed. Most of them were blue-eyed and blonde.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Sable, she's one.
Yep.
Tori Wilson,
Tori. He loved him. So Stacy, was it Stacy?
He loves Stacy. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, he loves Stacy, dude. That's why I resented Alexa Bliss. She it took her a minute to grow on me. It's like, bro, this girl, this shouldn't even belong in the ring with these women, and Vince got her beating them clean. Like,
yeah.
It took me a minute to like her, man. I ain't gonna lie. It took me a minute.
Oh, so we gotta sit through this entire match. And these fans
cracking out this Jade thing so long. Well, I'm starting not to care, man. Like,
I know a lot of fans are feeling the same way, man.
I'm starting not to care. I don't see anybody clamor for Jade to come back either. Like,
yeah, nobody's worried about her. Nothing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been carried her entire WWE run.
That's true. Bianca has carried her, man.
She is, and AEW tried protecting her a lot too. We didn't know that like that she's this big deal, but she couldn't even go toe to toe with some of the best there. Like, they had to put her against all these jobbers. Like, she won more jobber matches than actual matches.
Yeah.
So we're not doing the match. Great. We're not doing this match.
Okay, it's just gonna be like okay.
That's fine. Nobody cares. Nobody.
I looked
They
at
cared anyway.
that cage match the other day, and Jay's longest match in AEW was an 11-minute match with Marina Shafir.
Oh god!
Damn.
Every match she had, other than that match, was been like 5 minutes or less.
All right. This should be the final ball.
Yeah.
And they pulled in the arena like a bat out of the hell. Like, like someone we know
Yeah.
Yeah.
from, from Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
He used to drive like that when he would run over people's cars.
Ooh-wee. Father Boss coming in hot, ain't he?
Yeah.
They should even have the. They should have scrapped the main event and have this be the. It's 8:39,
Yeah.
and maybe the Rock can go on that long. I don't know.
Elimination Chamber next Saturday. Tickets on sale.
Be right back, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bathroom break too. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm shocked actually bringing the Rock out this early. I thought it was gonna wait till like the 9 o'clock hour.
All right. Hopefully this Rock segment delivers. They honestly should just scrap that tag team match.
Individual event tickets for WrestleMania.
I would not have listened to the fans. And I would just think I'll leave.
Now this, I don't know what kind of crap you think. I hope you don't put on my show. I can tell.
All right, the Rock should be next. Comment. Chelsea Green.
They're not missing the Elimination Chamber. They're going to make it. Trust me on that.
Oh, I have an outfit! Oh, no, this is a travesty. To not have the greatest Canadian export since maple syrup on a Canadian show? Nicholas, you know who I am? I am the longest reigning, first ever, tallest, shortest, beautiful, richest, tannest,
Connor, can you hear me?
oldest United States
Yeah.
women's champion!
This is about if you are testing my patience. So, pack your gear, pack whatever outfit you want because you will be in action next week on SmackDown in Toronto.
No, this is
It's going to be a big one.
to not have the greatest Canadian... Wait, I'm gonna need some more details! And EFI?
All right, Chelsea's wrestling next week on SmackDown.
United States women's champion!
This is about if you are testing my patience. So,
And so who was against for 2001?
on SmackDown.
What the hell? I guess the announcement for WrestleMania 42. I gotta do something with this. This cannot just be a WrestleMania 42 announcement. Anyway.
Goosebumps activated. The Rock, the final boss, the road to WrestleMania, the way it should be. I would say an entire arena are on their feet, but that would be a lie. They are practically levitating. The most electrifying man in entertainment.
All right, I'm back.
Charging this
All
WWE.
right.
That was a nice musical interlude there at the Hot Boys. That was pretty dope.
Yeah. I gotta do something. If this goes sideways, this could be the worst SmackDown of the year. Because show has not been. I mean, the Drew McIntyre and Jimmy Uso match was good, but the Tiffany stuff was whatever. The R-Truth match, it was there.
It was there. It's comical.
So,
You can't mess with our truth of comedy.
I mean, he's the only thing that was interesting about that whole thing.
I wonder how much they had to pay to use the Hot Boys.
But that basically confirmed because it was basically like New Orleans theme because it had like the New Orleans logo and stuff.
Yep. My brother's favorite team is the Saints.
Ricky Saints. We haven't spoken about that name on here. Ricky
Right.
Starks is now Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints. That's actually a pretty dope name, though, if you think about it. Ricky Saints.
He is from New Orleans, so it kind of goes with New Orleans.
That place is packed. It takes him a good 15 minutes just walking out.
Yeah, there we go. Dropping the bomb already.
Had to charge my phone. I think my phone was getting ready to die. That's why I couldn't.
There we go.
Hold on a second, I'm doing it.
Bro, why they still say stuff, man? It's USA Network.
He's kind of acting heelish a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't blame the fans for thinking you're a face because the last time we saw you,
Right.
And finally, WrestleMania is coming back.
we don't give a shit for WrestleMania 2025, 2026. But we already knew this.
Yeah.
WrestleMania was going to be, all right, that goosebumps. Let's move on with the show.
We're going to make it official right now in front of the world. Next year, 2026, WrestleMania 42, live from the Superdome.
Superdome.
That better not be it, Rock. You better tell us you wrestling in 2 months.
It's basically the same logo with WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, WrestleMania 30. Yeah, 30, yeah.
It's the exact same logo.
I got bad memories the last time WrestleMania was in New Orleans, man. Because that was the moment Oscar's streak ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte beat her.
Freaking Charlotte Flair, man.
Yep. That was a sour moment.
Man, that was a sad moment, Mr. Jacobs. I never forgave Charlotte for that.
To this day, you have never
To
forgave
this
that
day.
moment.
Oh, how I love. Whoa.
Who gives a crap about this?
This ain't sing along with the final boss.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
Uh-oh.
You sit there, you shut your mouth, and you let the final boss sing.
Oh, we're back.
There he
Final
goes. Heal on him. Just heal on him.
Final boss is back.
Who are you want? Final boss sing. Oh, how I love.
He's back as a heel now. He is 100% back as
I
a heel.
love the Rock heel, man.
He is 100% a heel now. Or back as a heel.
Yeah, throwing a Saints joke.
Well, you sounded great. I mean, here it is, The Rock singing along with the largest collection of STD having trailer park trash.
Damn.
Because they were saying,
It's crazy how he got these folks cheering and then just
You would just shit on them at the same time, man. I love it.
It's too fucking much.
Yeah, I mean, he's more entertaining when he's being an asshole.
Yeah, The Rock is finally here, Jesse.
you know, that dropping this WrestleMania news wasn't the only great gift. Right. about to find a book in here to call somebody out.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to call out a man who I respect, who I admire, who we all admire. And that man is our WWE champion. That man is the one and the only, and this is a privilege, ladies and gentlemen. Come on down, Cody Rhodes.
This was probably get Cody Rhodes a loud pop too. You know, they gotta
Yeah.
have heel
Mm-hmm.
with him.
It's almost a year he's held that belt.
Yep.
I think Mr. Jacobs, you and Collins on the sun. This got to be some kind of announcement. I don't know, man. I don't know how they gonna work this out.
I think he got something planned. Just don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah. Maybe he comes in at number 7 in the Elimination Chamber. I don't know.
Right? He's the 7th man. The
Or
Rock
maybe
out here
he'll-
trying to turn CM Punk and John Cena dream, man.
Or maybe,
Mm.
or maybe The Rock kicks someone out.
I think he takes out Damian Priest. Take out Damian
Mm.
Priest. We don't need him.
Drew McIntyre did lose tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just take someone out. It'd be funny if he took out John Cena.
That'd be hilarious. I would be laughing my ass off.
You didn't work your way up. Like, you didn't do anything to earn it anyways.
Right. He just walks in and says, "Oh, I'm going to be in the Elimination Chamber."
I know, right? And we ain't seen Cena since the Rumble, man.
Right.
That would be that's the way the Rock can get some real heat on him if he takes out Cena.
Yeah.
That'll
That's
piss a
some real
lot of people
right
off.
Force the final boss, the edge your fourth right merciless,
Freaking Cody Rhodes takes 8. He done picked up on Roman Reigns, man, with these 7-minute freaking entrances, man.
Yeah. Took it out of his book.
Just walk to the damn ring, man. It should take you 7 minutes.
You gotta milk it for everything it's worth. Gotta milk it. You got that camera time, you take all the time you need.
For real.
That camera time is like currency in that business.
For real.
Why you guys can't keep on hugging each other, because you just bash the crowd. You can't keep him can't be a face and a heel. Maybe something's gonna happen here.
I mean, I think The Rock's already laid down the whole thing. He's like, he's an asshole. He's in asshole mode right now. I think
Yeah.
he's killing them with kindness right now.
Cody Rhodes is getting a big pop tonight.
That feels good, doesn't it?
He's in that corporate rock mode.
That's gotta feel amazing, right? They love you, man.
For now.
I love you too. And you know what's crazy is I got to tell you, and this is something that a lot of you guys don't know, probably all of you don't know, is that ever since last year, WrestleMania, we've actually become good friends.
How in the hell is that?
Right? He beating the shit out of him, remember?
That's true, we have.
What happened after the Raw after
The last
Mania?
time we were in a ring, or last time we were on a show together was
The Rock fanning him up for the kill, man. That's what I think.
the
Oh
day
yeah.
we laid flowers down by your feet. As a matter of fact, I told everybody that you carried this company like an incredible champion that you are. Thank
Gotta
you
be
very
a
much,
catch.
Cody Rhodes. I said it and I meant it. As a matter of fact, that night.
You got the corporate Rock. Of course, that's a catch. I mean, he's not just the people champ. He's corporate now. He owns half the damn. He owns some stock in the company now.
Was a debut. I laid flowers down by your feet. As a matter of fact, I told everybody that you carried this company like an incredible champion that you are. Thank you very much. You are a great champion. You are a great WWE champion.
I just know somebody in the audience wearing the Dusty Rhodes polka dots.
Text over the months. As a matter of fact, we've become good friends. As a matter of fact, our moms have become good friends. Show the picture of our mom.
Like
What
right
is this
above
got to
that
do?
Netflix sheet.
What has this got to do with anything?
Absolutely nothing.
Mama Rhodes and Mama Rock.
Who cares?
That was after last year's WrestleMania.
Who
So it's been
cares
a
who
pleasure
mama is,
becoming
who's
your
mama,
friend.
and
When
all
I
this?
called you out here, I wanted to see you face to face, eye to eye, because I wanted you to know a few things. Number one is this: you've been a great champion, but Cody, I need you to understand something. Is that yes, The Rock, the final boss, is on the board of TKO, and TKO owns
I knew he was going to
WWE.
mention it.
The Rock is a director of the board of TKO.
He's pretty much your boss.
Don't boo that. The Rock's good friend and consigliere, who you know, Ari Emanuel, who owns everything. As a matter of fact, I joke with him. I said, Ari,
I like
you
that.
believe that you own the WWE? He was like, listen, I don't own WWE. Rock, you own WWE. I was like, listen, I don't
Well, the
know.
Rock owns a
I
piece
own
of it.
WWE, but I do know that I am the most powerful. Cody,
They dragging this one out,
you are
isn't
a
they?
great champion.
Oh yeah.
But my friend, I want you to be something that is more than a great champion. I want you to be something that's more than our champion. I want you to be my champion.
The corporate champ. Why they bring it back to corporate champ? What? Good.
I
Who was the
didn't
last corporate
expect
champion?
you and I to become friends, or the moms to become friends, or the Terramana. I certainly didn't have that on my bingo card, but your champion. I think you above all people know I'm their champion.
There's got to be a catch here somewhere.
Yeah, Rock ain't gonna take no for an answer, which is gonna start the feud again, I think.
I like they're planting seeds for a corporate champion. That's kind of cool. I think it was The Rock. Then it was Stone Cold. He was a corporate
Yes,
champ.
yes.
Then
You
Kane
are
was a
the
corporate
champion.
champ at one
Proudly the
time.
champion. Of course you are. The Rock is the people's champion. And I love that about you. And
Under
this
the
is our
thumb of Mr. McMahon.
It's us. We were born into this business. So it's in our DNA. But Cody, I'm talking
Yeah, if they
about
do this right, they can spin a
just this.
final
I
boss
know for a
versus
fact that your number one goal is
versus
to bring as
Cody.
much
I mean, if they
joy,
spin it the right way, it'll be
love,
like McMahon
happiness
versus
to everybody
Austin.
around the world. As
Yes,
well.
I was thinking about that
Around the
too.
world as possible. Is that right? Yes. Because you
But is
are
Rock
that,
gonna be a
you are
dedicated
that dude, and I
on-screen
know it, and
Mm-hmm.
character? Is
they
the
know it.
catch, right?
You communicate through social media,
See,
Instagram.
that's the thing. What is his true intentions here, though? What's the thing? Where is he going with this?
The Rock really putting over Cody in this little segment.
He is. I feel like he's setting him up just to knock him down. I feel like
Every dream of your wife, every dream of your little baby, who I know.
Uh-oh.
I invited you to the premiere of
Watch where you going, Rock. Watch where you going.
Thank you, by the way, for making that cross $1 billion. I love you. Thank you very much.
I don't
Thank
give
you.
a shit about that movie, Rock.
You came to that out of support. I met your family. They were amazing. Your baby's dreams. When you and I are no longer here, we're in the clouds walking. I can make all that come true for you.
Can you hear me?
I just need you to be my champion.
See, that's the same exact thing that Mr. McMahon would propose.
It's like that higher power thing, right?
I
Like
want you to think about something for a second.
he's trying to get him to sell his soul in a way, right, Mr. Jacob?
Yeah, there's kind of got that vibe to it.
We're mama's boys. We're girl dads. We're lucky boys.
You gotta do is be the corporate champion. Sell your soul to the WWE machine.
I'm trying to have a moment. Shut your mouth.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
He sounds like Mr. McMahon right there, though. That is crazy.
The one thing that I have never had that I want more than anything is a brother.
A brother.
Oh, come on. Where is he going with this?
Does he want him to turn heel or something? Or?
That's what you could be. Last
He's
year,
trying to entice him to come to the dark side and be the corporate champ.
to face my
That's what
cousin
it feels
Roman
like.
Reigns for the WWE title. You know it.
It's like shades of Mr. McMahon.
When I came back,
Because The Rock fell for the same trick.
my friend, I talked to Nick Khan.
And look where he's at. He owns a big chunk of the company
corporate
now.
ministry, right, Mr. Jacobs? Was a corporate ministry?
Talk to Cody.
Yeah, because there's a corporation and then there's a ministry and then they merged them and then became the corporate ministry.
Yeah. You gotta make it happen. And what did you do?
Oh. Damn.
Oh shit! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And you stood up to me. And you know what else you did
What the
in front of the world? You slapped me.
Yeah. Well, technically, you slapped him first.
Long-term
Technically,
storytelling. Yeah, long-term storytelling.
Away with it.
But he's kind of pulling back the curtain though. If you listen, he's pulling back the curtain a little bit.
And that's why you should be my champion. And that's why I will take you from here to here. I will make sure every dream you have comes true.
What dreams does Cody Rhodes have
desire
left?
comes true. You and generations behind you. Your dad, my dad, right now, looking down. The American dream and the soul man.
Oh, yeah.
They were friends. You and I are friends. Cody, be my champion. And here's the thing. I don't want you to answer me tonight. I want you to think about it. I want you to go home and talk to your wife.
So we're
I
not
want you to
getting
hold
any.
that baby of yours. I'm going to go home. I'm going to talk to my wife. I'm going to hold my babies too. And then I want you to think about it.
I mean, if they do this, and like let's say Cody goes to the dark side, they can finally put the Homelander spin on it, and like this champion that's ran by a corporation.
It's okay. Before I leave New Orleans, this has been an amazing night. This has been a hot-ass crowd. Thank you very much. Before I leave, I want you to know this. The one thing that I want more than anything in this world
Says
is that
he wants his answer after Elimination Chamber, so he's gonna make a couple more appearances before Mania.
Yeah.
This
Man.
championship, my championship, their championship. This is what all of
The Rock is making a corporate play here. That's a corporate play, a power move, as they call it.
no. My brother.
Or a power play.
I want your soul.
Hey, what did we say Mr. Jenkins, he bought
I
his
knew it. I knew it.
We called it, man.
Totally called it. Want your soul. In trade, you'll get everything that you've ever wanted in your life.
I'll see you in Toronto.
So The Rock's going to be at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. And you get 70 years on top, and then I'm taking your soul.
He wants the soul. He's definitely doing Mania now.
Yeah, I mean, he's. I think he's planted enough seeds tonight to. I think he's going to end up. He's going to be involved in Mania. He said, "I want your soul."
So Rock, did he just confirm he's going to be at the Elimination Chamber, or is he going to approach Cody after
I think he's going to be at. He's going to be at the Raw after. I think.
the Raw after? Yeah.
Well, he said that, give me your answer at the Elimination Chamber, and he'll be in Toronto.
Okay.
So,
So he wants then.
at the Elimination Chamber, that's when he has to give his answer, I guess. That's what he said.
Damn.
Because Raw is not, because SmackDown and the Elimination Chamber will be in Toronto. And he said, I'll see you in Toronto. So
It's going to be interesting because Cody doesn't have a match, so it's going to have to be like a segment or something at Elimination Chamber.
Man.
yeah, it's
The
gonna be
Rock
something.
done went dark with it though. He said, "I want your soul."
Yeah. Rock said enough of this heel final boss stuff. I mean, babyface final boss. I gotta let you know, man. I mean, this is when he at his best, though. I mean,
I'm intrigued. It's interesting. I like this.
yeah.
You
And then it's a big,
pulling back,
it's a big
the shades of.
cliffhanger. He left
Yeah,
a big
exactly.
cliffhanger, right? So
Yeah.
I'll leave that. I gotta use the restroom.
All right. Yeah, that's the thing, though. I mean, you have him. You know, you're thinking to yourself, where the hell is he going with this? Like now he wants the man's soul. Like what's next, man? I mean, damn. I mean, that is straight out of Vince McMahon's playbook, right there.
it really is.
That is straight up Mr. McMahon, 100%.
It's like you said, they trying to like replicate the Austin McMahon feud, which was legendary.
I mean, if they do it right, I mean, they could pull it off if they do it right.
Mm-hmm. Because wasn't it, Mr. Jacobs? Let me recall. You remember when The Rock and Stone Cold had a title match, and Stone Cold had a heel finish where he was just beating the shit out of The Rock with a chair.
Yeah.
Is that what he sold to Vince? Was it then?
Right. It's the same thing.
Got it. Okay.
He's making Cody the same offer, so to speak.
Got it. I remember that too, man. It's like, what the hell, Stone Cold out here beating people? Like, he was beating the hell out of the Rock in the chair.
And JR lost his mind. He's like, he sold his soul to the devil. JR lost it that night, boy. He was pissed.
Yes.
And that was a genuine reaction. You could tell JR was like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about this. And a lot of times they kept the commentators in the dark about it all, so they could be, legitimate with their reactions.
Yeah. Yep. Because you're right. We're right, Mr. Jacobs. Like, if you know play by play what's going on, it's gonna be hard to be like excited and genuinely shocked. Like,
yeah. I think that's how it goes to this day. I mean, they don't really know what's going to happen in the match. They just know who's going to be in the matches. They're calling it. That's all they know. And then as far as the events, they don't know what goes on because, like, I mean, it's well known that they rehearse their matches, but the commentators are never around when they're doing that stuff. So they don't know what's going to happen during the matches or if somebody's going to run out or whatever. So the reactions are pretty genuine when that kind of stuff happens as far as like an interference in the match or whatever. I mean, it's pretty legit whenever it comes to the commentators.
Yeah. Yep. So, well, that officially made WrestleMania interesting again.
Yeah, they pulled me back.
What a hell of a cliffhanger, man. So we got to know Cody's answer by Saturday.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, I had a feeling that The Rock was going to put some kind of spin on this whole thing, and then like he turns around and literally says, "I want your damn soul." I mean, that's some powerful stuff, and I mean, and like it just reminds me so much of that evil Vince McMahon character. It just hits. It hits.
Yep. I was wondering how they was gonna spin this with the after the babyface promo, and this makes sense now.
I love how The Rock waited until mid promo to just be like, "Fuck y'all."
I know, right?
I love it. That was great.
Mid
He had
pro.
everybody, he had everybody all cheering and happy, and then he was like, "Shut the hell up."
I know, right?
That was so good.
And then he about to lead the press conference right after SmackDown, so that's gonna be interesting.
The Rock is pulling this corporate muscle right now.
He is. Man, I'm telling you, Mr. Jacobs, after they put a phone in, like Rock, come in and kind of spice this thing up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting twist to it all now. Definitely.
Yeah,
Now the man's soul is on the line.
I know, right? But see, Mr. Jacobs, you do that, right? And these matches here, I don't even care. Like that should have been the main event.
That should have closed the show.
That should close the show, man. Like I don't care about this tag match.
I mean, I agree with you. That right there, that should have just been the end of the whole episode.
That should have ended the
Right there.
episode.
When you say you want a man's soul, I mean that's when you hit the credits.
That's you hit the credits,
And then
man,
you hit
and
the you
fade to
know that
black.
great cliffhanger.
Yeah, hit the credits and fade to black, man. Like the crowd is just so like, dude, you got to
I mean,
follow
that's
the
the thing,
protocol.
though. Exactly. They have to follow that. And like you got the crowd, you got that brought the crowd up here, and then they come out and they're like, "Oh, okay,
Okay, here's DIY.
okay, everybody calm down." I mean, that was a show ender right there.
Yeah, definitely a show under. And we still got what, two more matches?
Yeah.
Mr. J, they almost, I don't know how you could have done this with the way reporting is in wrestling. It would have been cool if this was a straight up surprise that The Rock showed up.
Yeah, it would have been. And that's like it's super hard now to do that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can't get away with that these days. I mean, there are certain surprises like in the Royal Rumble that nobody saw coming. But as far as like if somebody's gonna make a big appearance, it's like people know about it like weeks ahead of time now, to the point to where you have to ignore the wrestling community on the internet to make sure you don't get any spoilers. I've had to do that personally. I've had to do that to where, like on Royal Rumble week or the week of Royal Rumble or whatever. I stay off Twitter. I don't even look at it as far as the wrestling content because there are a lot of there's a lot of first of all there's a lot of toxic people, and then you have people that spoil a lot of it as far as like they'll drop the call sheets and stuff like that, and like there's this one specific um, Twitter that I've seen that the profile, or I forget or the name of it, but it just has all the call sheets, the rundown of the shows. It's like they post them on Twitter. It's like I don't want to see that stuff. I don't want to see the call sheet of the whole show. I mean that why even watch then? Why even watch if you're gonna sit there and you want to be spoiled and see the call sheets? Why even tune in to watch the content? I mean, it's a waste of time at that point, in my opinion. I don't know, but that's how I've always felt about it. I still like to be surprised when I watch wrestling. And WWE has been very unpredictable here and there lately, and I enjoy when it's unpredictable. I love it. But it's like it's gotten to the point to where I would ignore, you know, Twitter and Facebook, like about a week or 2 weeks ahead of a match or ahead of a pay per view, because I don't want to deal with the BS that's in the internet wrestling community, and how they like to just spoil and how they like to troll, and you know I throw my contribution in, and I let it be that. I don't really you know deal with the trolls and stuff like that, but you know nowadays it's hard to keep anything, you know as far under wraps. And it takes away the fun of it for some people. To me, it takes away some of the fun of it whenever you have people out there just putting out call sheets and spoiler sheets and stuff like that, let you know what's going to happen. And then they have these shows where they're taped, and you have people that spoil the tapings and they'll post videos of what happens before it even airs on TV. And it's like, I hate that stuff. I hate that stuff.
Man, Mr. Jacobs, can you
It,
hear
it,
me?
it makes it to where you don't even want to deal with the wrestling community anymore, because a lot of them tend to spoil the whole thing for you. And then the other half are trolls that just want to get a rise out of you. But that's how it goes. Guess he dropped out. He'll be back soon, I guess. It happens to me all the time here. You've seen me go in and out on the show. I've had a lot of technical difficulties happen on here. A lot. Subscribe if you haven't. And also, by the way, subscribe here. Subscribe to the All Elite Zone if you haven't yet. And also follow me on Twitch, where I play games every weekend. Mr. Jacobs Plays. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, every single one of you. Hope you join me this weekend. I'm going to be playing some WWE 2K24 on my Twitch channel. Going to be continuing the story of Violet Rage. So yeah, check me out on Twitch, Mr. Jacobs 420. Thanks for watching, everybody, with us. Hope you're enjoying the show. It's actually been a decent show. I mean, you know, I just feel like they should have put the Rock on the Rock and Cody on last. That's just my opinion. I feel they should just been on last. But I don't know whose idea is that to put the Rock on in the middle of the show. I mean, we're not really, it's really not even the middle of the show. It's probably like because it's this match, and then there's the main event. Well, they made I guess they made that a tag team match now, since Cody's not in it. But yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen, where they're going with this, and the Rock's deal that he's putting on the table for Cody. Now imagine this. Now imagine if Cody did take up the offer. Imagine if Cody went heel. I mean, now if you haven't had the pleasure of seeing Cody playing a heel, he is a great heel. I mean, when he was dashing Cody Rhodes, that was hilarious. And like whenever he left WWE, he did he did a big heel run where he went all through the Indies. He went to TNA. He went to ROH, I believe. He went through a lot of different companies as a heel. And but yeah, that the Homelander Cody. I mean, that's gonna be big if that ever comes to fruition. But I'm thinking, like, if he was, because there is a chance that Cody could be like, you know what, I need to do this for my family. Maybe I should take up this offer. Maybe I should take this deal. I'll get everything I ever wanted. My family's gonna be taken care of. you know, and that would be the catalyst for Cody finally turning heel. I mean, think about it. I mean, if they spin it the right way, it could be done. It could be done very, very well. I think personally, I think it all comes down to the writing of this whole thing. I mean, it's well known that The Rock has his own writers that write his own that write the scripts for him before he comes out, and he ad libs a lot of what he says. So this is interesting, though. I'm intrigued. I want to see where they're going with this whole thing. Right now, we got Pretty Deadly and DIY. Oh, that was a nice double clothesline, though. Now, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I'm a fan of Pretty Deadly. I think they're funny. It's hilarious. And the thing is, I love some comedy with my wrestling. And they're not bad in the ring either. They remind me a lot of if you any of you are wrestling buffs out there and you know you're wrestling, there's an old time wrestler named Gorgeous George. And you can say that Ric Flair stole a lot of Gorgeous George's gimmick. But Gorgeous George was this flamboyant dude who wore these gaudy robes, and he would when he would walk in the ring, he would spray the ring of perfume and stuff like that. And he was that kind of dude. He was very arrogant and all about himself. And Pretty Deadly remind me of him. It's like two Gorgeous Georges. See, I knew it. The Street Profits come out and ruin it. There's a DQ. Street Profits came out. I had a feeling the Street Profits were about to come out and ruin this whole match for him because this was actually a championship match. I think it's a championship match. Was this a championship match, Connor?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I
Oh,
was thinking.
Alex Shelley's got some blonde. He's got his blonde hair back, like in
I,
his
I
TNA,
I barely noticed that too.
like in his TNA days.
By the
Sorry,
way,
y'all
we
can't
got an
hear
interview
me.
on our other channel. Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, it is.
I had to join by my iPhone, man. My iPad, my iPhone. I don't know what's going on. I was talking to Mr. Jacobs midstream and just boom, gone.
I've been there. I know how it is.
Con, I was telling Mr. Jacobs, man, The Rock should have that should have been a show ender, man. Like this crowd is so dead. Everybody just it's like nobody gonna care about these two matches after the final boss said all that, man. That should have
Nah,
ended the show.
what are they thinking with that move?
I know, right?
And then the match ends on a DQ. Or actually, it's a no contest, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's a no con. I mean, so what are they gonna do? Like DIY are heels, and now I guess Street Profits are heels. So
I mean,
Yeah,
what's
I
well,
don't know. I guess the Street Profits they're playing like this anti-hero role where they're not heels, they're not baby faces. They just want what they deserve,
yeah, yeah.
and they're gonna get it by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy they're doing the
uh,
Sammy KO at Elimination Chamber and not freaking.
Yeah.
yeah. Sean, I don't know what to think about that segment. It's a very weird segment. Not your typical Rock promo, uh, but at least we got a direction of where this might go. Uh,
Yeah.
the Rock is going to be at the Elimination Chamber, like that's confirmed. He will be there because he told Cody that he wants his answer. Like basically, what this is The Rock wants him to be a corporate champion. He wants
Right.
him to be like the Rock, kind of like basically turn to the dark side, basically. and
Be a sellout.
Cody's going to turn it down at the Elimination Chamber, or maybe he accepts it. Maybe this is like how Stone Cold joined the dark side with Vince McMahon. If Cody does reject it, The Rock's he's probably gonna beat him up or something.
Right.
Which then will lead to WrestleMania 41. That's probably the main event they're gonna do. Or The Rock acts like it's no big deal that Cody turned it down. But then John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber. Everybody's celebrating. Everybody's having a good time. And then the final boss comes out and inserts himself into the Elimination Chamber and beats John Cena, and then goes against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. There's different ways they can go with this.
Yeah.
I am intrigued to see where this goes. What about you guys? Are you invested in seeing where this is going, or
Yeah,
like to know what you guys think, and also everyone in the comments?
I think it's interesting because the fact that they're going so dark with this, as far as like you're going to be a corporate champion. You're going to be, our champion. You're gonna do what we tell you to do. It's like basically a Vince McMahon. I mean, he's basically turned into Mr. McMahon. And personally, I'm a fan of it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, to Mr. Jacobs' point too, I think kind of we was talking about when you had to step away. It's just reliving that moment when Stone Cold grabbed that chair and beat the hell out of The Rock and took the belt and aligned with Vince McMahon. So
Shook his hand.
It's kind of cool to see that after so many years, So I'm definitely, and I'm a fan of The Rock, so anything he does that makes sense, I'm with it.
This is a very different Rock. The final boss Rock and like the Rock we've gotten since the last year is a very different Rock than what we've ever seen. The final boss is a very different. It's kind of like a heel Rock, but this version of the Rock is not afraid to say anything.
Right.
I don't think in the Attitude Era he dropped an F-bomb on TV. I could be wrong, but he drops a lot of F-bombs these days. And it's different because he's on the board now. That's what makes his character so much different.
Yeah.
He's the boss. He's the final boss.
He has power now.
Like he didn't have power beforehand, but he has even more power now. I know everyone online is picking it apart like they always do everything else. But I'm intrigued to see where this goes at the Elimination Chamber. But they still do have that press conference tonight. And I did see something on Twitter that The Rock will be at that press conference tonight. So maybe we get some more answers there as to where this story might go. The details of the story is very hidden. Like some people aren't getting what they're saying because it's very different. But if you can read between the lines, you can see where this story is going to go.
Yep.
The Rock wants Cody to be a corporate champion. The sellout. Basically, how Stone Cold joined Vince McMahon, just like that.
Yeah.
But this time, I think Cody's going to reject it, and then all hell is going to break loose, probably. But we still did not talk about the watch or whatever. We didn't talk about the hand signals of Bad Blood. We didn't talk about Netflix. We didn't talk about any of that. I guess we're just going to pretend that never existed. Like none of that ever happened.
I guess
that never happened. The babyface promos never happened, man.
Like that wasn't canon, I guess. Like that was just a side project. Like that was outside of the WWE multi-universe. It was non-canon.
Right.
It's basically how DC has their like side project. This is a side project. It doesn't matter.
Hey, The Rock told us, man, he's 20 steps ahead. Know our roles, shut our mouth, and enjoy the ride that The Rock is taking us on.
Right, I'm saying though. I mean, dude has something up his sleeve. I don't know what it is.
Hey, Connor's right, man. So WWE main Twitter page just confirmed The Rock will be at the Chamber, and they put the little ticket
Oh,
link right underneath it.
damn.
So that pretty much confirms he is going to be at WrestleMania.
But that's gonna move the tickets.
Because why would he be at the Elimination Chamber? Why would he be there? The reason that he's there,
It's gonna move. Yeah.
like the reason that he's there is to build towards Mania.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it's 95% that The Rock will be at WrestleMania. I only give that 5% because The Rock is very wishy-washy and he could change his mind just like that.
That's true.
Yep.
I mean,
Well, if Elimination Chamber ain't sold out, it's about to be.
yeah, I know there for a while they were struggling to sell. Like there was at 27,000.
Mm-hmm.
But I think by this weekend, like once this weekend's over with, they'll be what the hell? He's at his house?
Yes, at his house, man.
Dude,
But
he's just in the closet?
Provide for them anymore, and everything they have, the nice house,
That's so weird.
peace, the security, the shop,
Kevin Owens.
it's all gone.
what? What is he?
Oh, he's outside. He's out. He's looking out the window. That's so stalkerish. Just putting a phone in the window.
It is so weird, man. What the hell?
All right, this is
That's
this is
some
our-
that's some DDP shit right there.
You know what would have been better though if Samuel was walking around with a neck brace, man. That would have just put like a little cherry on top.
Man, I would have been.
Because these are like packet. Mr. J, these are banned. This is supposed to be it's funny how this is a so-called banned move, but Kevin Owens keeps using it.
Right. Exactly.
And he ain't getting in trouble for it at all. Like
In fact, they're giving him more TV time for doing it.
they give him more. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, so my only critique, Mr. Jacobs and Car, I want your thoughts on this. I know it was to write Randy Orton off TV for a while, but it's like he's doing the same move, but it's like I guess they could play on the fact that Randy Orton always had back and neck issues, but it's like okay, Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn came back kind of quick from this illegal move.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of taking the steam off the move, you know.
I think it
a little
is.
bit, but
Who are we talking
I
about?
mean, the power
the
driver.
package power driver.
Yeah.
It took Randy Orton out for what, several months, and then Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn coming back after 2 weeks.
I mean, Cody
I
Rhodes.
agree with you. Sammy should have had a neck brace on in that segment.
I mean, Cody Rhodes.
Yes, Sammy should have had a neck. He should have definitely had a neck brace this segment, man. That would have kind of set it off.
I know Cody Rhodes, like when he got hit with it at the Saturday Night's main event, he was back pretty soon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess the reason for Randy, you know, he's had neck problems, he's had injury problems. So that makes it more of a, you know, it means more because he's older. But
Right.
they probably should have kept him off TV a little bit longer. But they didn't need to keep him off TV too long because then they can't. I think what's going to happen at the Elimination Chamber is Kevin Owens is going to win the match, even though it's an unsanctioned match. Kevin Owens is going to win, and after the match, he's just going to keep on beating up on Sami Zayn. And then Randy Orton is going to make the save. Then that's going to set up for Randy Orton and Kevin Owens for WrestleMania.
I could see that.
Because everyone's wanting Randy Orton to do something else, but why would he not go back after the person that put him on the shelf for so many months? It would make zero sense for him to go against Cena or somebody else.
Yeah,
that would make zero sense. So him going right back after the person that, like, if someone tried to end your career, wouldn't you go after them?
Yeah.
Like some of these, I'm so glad some of these fans aren't bookers. because nothing would add up. Nothing would.
Yeah. I'm
But
still shocked probably won't get. I mean, I guess we're never gonna get. It's crazy that Cena and Orton never went 1-on-1 at WrestleMania in that feud, man. That blows my mind.
Yeah.
yeah, they did have a. They were involved in a triple threat with Triple H, but they never had a one-on-one
Yeah.
match.
Hmm.
I was gonna say something else. And I forgot. Oh, I'm gonna make a prediction for WrestleMania 42. I think Jey Uso wins the World Heavyweight title, and at SummerSlam, Kevin Owens will beat Jey Uso.
Hmm.
The Royal Rumble is going to be in Saudi Arabia. Sami Zayn is going to win the Royal Rumble match, and then they're going to do Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, and Sami Zayn is finally going to win a world title.
That's not bad at all. I like that though.
Because isn't Saudi Arabia like isn't that something to Sami Zayn or something? I know he's not from there, but I know he.
I think he religiously. I think he's a.
Yeah,
Isn't he like
religiously.
Yeah, religiously, right? He has ties with that. I don't know if he's
I think
like
he's,
is he a Muslim?
I think he's a Muslim.
I don't know.
Islamic.
I knew he had some. I knew he had some ties to Saudi Arabia. Because I heard someone say that on Twitter, and I've never really heard it before, but he would be the perfect like CM Punk's not going to be at the Rumble next year. He's not going to be there. He's made that clear. That he will probably never go to a Saudi Arabia show. I think if WrestleMania was there, he would do it because it's WrestleMania. But I think by then they'll probably write off CM Punk or something.
Yeah,
kind of like they did with this last time. I think that's what they should do. I think Kevin Owens deserves another world title run, and him beating Jey Uso at SummerSlam would be perfect. And then have Sami Zayn win it at WrestleMania, then have Sami Zayn win the Rumble match.
So yeah, it says here Sami Zayn is Muslim.
Yeah. He is Muslim. Yeah, I was just looking it up. Yeah,
So I mean, that would be kind of a good place for him to win it at.
Yeah.
For the World Heavyweight title, not the because I feel like the World Heavyweight title is still secondary.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I feel like
I agree with you. I think the World Heavyweight.
Yeah, I think it's, but that doesn't take away from it being a special title, because not everyone's going to be able to be a WWE. Like Roman Reigns kind of reestablished that title, the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
So not people that hold that title have to be at a certain level, like Cody, Cena, Rock, Punk, Roman, guys like that. Roman Reigns has reestablished what the meaning of that title is now. But the World Heavyweight title, guys like that title is kind of like the workhorse title for guys like Rollins, Gunther, Breaker, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. So it doesn't take away from that belt because I mean a workhorse title means more on a week-to-week basis. In some instances, it does. I mean, both titles they mean something in their own way, but I feel like to be the WWE champion, you have to be at the top of the top, like Cody Rhodes, Roman, Cena, Punk. I think Rollins might get there when I think he's already there. It's just about finding a time and a place to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, like even Rollins said that last year that the World Heavyweight title was the workhorse championship. That he was defended it week in and week out. Like he was going against everybody, like Shinsuke Nakamura, Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, He was defending that thing every week. Yep, here it is. WWE post-event press conference immediately following SmackDown. Dwayne Johnson. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll get some more answers then. So, and if anyone watching is curious where to watch that at, they did put it's going to be on YouTube and I believe Twitch. So if
Okay.
you're interested, but they're probably going to put it on everywhere, like Twitter, Facebook. But if you're interested in watching that, anyone watching or us, that's where it will be at. Immediately following SmackDown. So every time I look at Jacob Fatu 2 and he's got that shirt, I said it last week that they should come up with a Bloodline Wolfpack group.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Because his
That'd be
shirt
dope.
makes you think of the Wolfpack.
Yep.
Maybe the new Bloodline, I guess, would be considered the Wolfpack version of the Bloodline, but I think they can go more extreme if they do like
Yeah.
a Bloodline Wolfpack, like have Jacob, Tama Tonga, Journey Fatu, Zilla Fatu, and just have them go crazy. Put them on Netflix and let them say whatever the hell they want to say.
Dude, Solo couldn't even get but like 2 words in, man. Jacob.
Yeah.
I'm just no, but
They got them bodies like breadcrumbs in this bitch.
I know, man.
You can't touch him on that microphone, no man.
You can't, man. You can't. So, but no, I agree, man. A Wolfpack version of the Bloodline would be awesome, and maybe they can bring in.
Yeah.
I think somebody mentioned in the comments earlier, bringing in like, I guess Jacob's got a brother.
Yeah, Journey Fatu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna be at WrestleCon. I'm debating on meeting him. He looks just like him. Just picture Jacob Fatu with no hair, and that's Journey Fatu.
That's Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Journey Fatu is bald headed, but he looks just like Jacob in the face, just like him.
That's funny.
If you shave Jacob Fatu's head, they'd be twins. Probably more
Yeah.
twins. Probably more twins.
That's true.
Probably more twins than the Usos are. I mean, they
Wow.
are identical. And then you got Zilla Fatu, Lance on Hawaii. I'm sure Jay and Jimmy, like their sons, are going to wrestle someday. Maybe Ava will wrestle. Maybe she'll be the final boss, general manager one day. Maybe she'll turn heel and be a heel general manager.
Oh yeah, you know they was giving a final boss chance Tuesday when she walked out
Yes.
there for the contract signing with Ricky Saints. Excuse me, I gotta get used to saying Ricky
Mhm.
Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky Saints, man.
Ricky Saints.
I'm
That's
not
actually
reacting.
not a bad name though.
I'm not reacting to that. Just one of the comments. Yeah. I don't know what
Man, the
we had a
comments,
we had a comment like that last week, and I feel like they're trying to do it just to make us laugh. I don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but
That's too funny. Now Ricky Saints got to grow me, man. I didn't like it at first, and then Connor kind of told me that, like, I didn't realize he was from New Orleans, and so I was like, okay, well, it just doesn't flow for me, like Ricky Saints, like
it's
I
it
gonna
get
just doesn't
that.
flow
Yeah.
like Ricky Starks.
it's gonna take a little bit to get used to. Because
Yeah.
I immediately, like when I look at him, I immediately want to say Ricky Starks.
Yep.
Yeah. That's where your mind goes.
Yeah, it's gonna
Instantly.
take a little bit. I mean, like Gunther, I refused to call him I refused to call him Gunther for a good while, but then I just kept hearing Gunther. I don't hear Walter no more, so I just kind of got used to it.
Yep.
Now Colt, I will never get used to. That will never. I will never. The only name I'll call that man is Edge. He will always be Edge, and that's what I'm going to call. Like it's like if John Cena went somewhere else, I wouldn't call him nothing else but John Cena. Like that's John
Yeah.
Cena.
Yeah.
Like some guys are supposed to have those names and only have those names, not Colt, not. I want to know how they came up with that. Like,
I
what
don't
was
know who came up with that one.
probably Edge
I mean,
came up with
Adam
the
Copeland
idea.
was fine. Mm-hmm.
He came up with the idea. Tony probably thought it was okay, and he went with it. But in reality, Tony Khan should have said it sucks. I'm sorry. You're a legend. Like don't get me wrong. Edge is a legend. He has every right to, want to do what's right for his character. But
Yeah,
what
of
sucks
course.
sucks. What sucks, and it sucks. There's nothing
Yeah,
stopping something from sucking and sucking. And that sounds so
right.
wrong. But
You're right. That's what Tony Khan should have just kind of stood up and be like, "Look, man, you're gonna be Adam Copeland, bro. I'm not gonna go with this.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with Adam Copeland. Like, we're not gonna do
damn,
Copeland."
then they're about to take out Lillian Garcia.
Oh man.
Not Lillian.
Luckily, she moved out of the way. But yeah, I mean, I can call him. I still didn't call him Adam Copeland. Like even when he was Adam Copeland, I would still call him Edge. But if I had to
You
pick,
still call him
if I had to
Edge?
pick, yeah,
Yeah.
like even when he was Adam Copeland, I still called him Edge. Like I still call him Edge. I don't think I will ever not call him Edge. But
Right.
Adam Copeland sounds better. Like if I had to choose Adam Copeland or Cope, I'm going to choose Adam Copeland. But I believe WWE was going to be like releasing those trademarks out to the more established names.
That's
So
what I thought.
yeah, like they reported that, but maybe that hasn't went into effect yet. I don't know. Like they were supposed to trademark those. Like when people come into WWE, like Jacob Fatu, I would say Jacob's an established name now.
Yeah.
When he leaves, he can use Jacob Fatu anywhere. Or Tonga. Well, I don't know what Tongaloa. Tiffany Stratton, I guess. I doubt that's her real name. If by any means she left, she could use it. So eventually, Edge he could be able to use that name, Edge.
I
But
would think so, yeah.
but he said that he's going to retire. He's going to retire in a year and a half. So at this point, you should just stick with Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
Not Dan Cope. Who I don't know. He probably watched a movie and then it came to him, or something happened. I don't know.
I mean, but you spend decades calling the man Edge. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't just start calling the man Cope.
Now Ricky Starks, I've been watching him for maybe 3 or 4 years, so I can adjust to Ricky's Saints because I've only been watching him for like 3 or 4 years. Edge,
Catchy name.
Edge, I've been watching him when I was a kid. I've always called him Edge. Like, could you imagine not calling the Undertaker Undertaker? I mean, Mean Mark.
Right.
Oh,
Mean
Exactly.
yeah.
That's a
I
good
mean-
example.
Like Mark
You gonna call
Calloway.
him Mean
Mean
Mark
Mark.
Calloway?
Hell, that would just feel. I just feel so. That doesn't feel right. But obviously, he can't use the name Edge, so just do Adam Copeland. I mean, nobody thinks of him as. I mean, let's be honest. No one calls him Cope. No one calls him Adam Copeland. If they do
Yeah,
call him
right.
that, then they'll just. I don't know what.
No, I still call him Edge too. Like I interchange between Edge and Adam Copeland, but I definitely don't call him Cope. That's nah.
I can't do it either.
I don't.
Nah.
That's one thing I have to agree with Vince McMahon on. I feel like the wrestlers should have creative control to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Because not every wrestler is going to be good at doing their own stuff. Like some people are, like MJF, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. Like guys like that. Like they're creative enough to do some entertaining stuff, but not everyone is a creative person.
Right.
Yes.
Uncreative people they don't need to have. I mean, I feel like you should have. I feel like you should have creative control to a certain extent. When it comes to changing your name to something stupid, that's when you shouldn't have creative control. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
like let's just call Chris Jericho. Let's just call him Chris. Just drop the Jericho name. He's gonna be Chris from now on. Let's just do that. At this
Chris
point,
Ayatollah.
yeah, let's just give
Yeah,
him
the
a stupid
Ayatollah.
name.
Yeah.
Chris
Chris
Ayatollah.
But
But see, like Christian Cage worked, right? Because I mean, he went by
yeah,
Christian most of his
he went by
career. He
Christian.
just added the last name.
Yeah,
He, and he went by that in TNA as well when he was in TNA.
right.
Right.
People had kind of gotten used to that a little bit. Uh, that's one thing I've been like. I feel like Vince didn't give them enough creative control, but I feel like there's a fine line of like it's fine for wrestlers to have creative control at to a certain extent, but there has to be a fine line when the boss has to say no. And that's one thing I agree with Vince. Like he didn't let anyone have authority of what they were going to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with Vince Russo. He was a terrible booker in WCW, and he was god awful. He was the reason. He was the reason WCW went off the air, probably.
Yeah, Vince was kind of that filter.
But in the Attitude Era, he was great, and that was only
Yeah.
because Vince McMahon could veto like any bad ideas. Vince could veto.
Yeah.
So only the good stuff we got to see. So that's why you need somebody that's why it's not always best for people to have creative control.
No, that's a great point. And it's like it's like Vince allow you to hear, like you give a pitch, right? And then he can just say yay or nay.
Yeah.
And but Tony's letting people play on stuff, man.
That's where you mess up, man. You can't
John
let all
Moxley
you gotta have some chiefs. You gotta have a chief. I mean, there's too many chiefs. You gotta have some Indians.
You got to. He letting John Moxley run amok with this ridiculous Death Rider story, man.
Like there needs to be
we were talking about that earlier. Yeah.
Like there needs to be one boss and one boss only. Like either Tony hires somebody to be like the booker, or he does it himself. Somebody, just one person. Just one person. Like you don't need 40 people having like that's what WCW did with I believe like Kevin Nash and like all of them had creative control, and then like he was the actual booker there for a minute. Kevin Nash was.
Yeah. Kevin Nash was doing the matches, calling the matches. I mean, Thunder. He did a lot of Thunder.
Oh yeah, that's why the show sucked.
Yeah, it's exactly why it sucked.
And Thunder sounded like a cool name. It sounded like the presentation's pretty cool. The logo is pretty cool. But once you get to the product, I'd rather watch Shock. I'd rather watch Thunder than a Marina Shavir match. That's bad.
At least get some kind of entertainment out of Thunder.
Yeah, you won't find anything with Marina Shavir. You won't find any entertainment.
Come on, Carl. You don't like her current role right now, man?
Oh well, she's being protected right now because Moxley. Like they are protecting her so much.
She is very protective, very much.
But I'll never care for what she does, never. But she's part of the reason this whole Death Rider story has been. Well, I wouldn't say that. It's mainly because of Moxley, because Moxley is probably the one booking it and stuff, and where the story is going. But I'll never be a fan of hers. Oh damn!
Do you think they even know where they're going with that whole thing? Do you think they even know the end game to the whole Death Rider story?
They don't. It's been going on since October last year. We still don't know.
Oh damn! Oh, shoot!
I feel like they're going week by week, just playing it by ear.
We haven't seen
he chunked them both over the mouth.
Yeah, that's true.
I did. The last few minutes, just main events have been pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
So Jacob super kicked Solo, and then Braun Strowman sent Jacob and Tama Tonga over the announce table.
Braun Strowman is a gigantic man.
Like
that dude is huge. Yeah,
he chunked them
I've seen
over.
him in person.
Yeah, we. All right, that was a pretty
Well,
good
it
main
makes
event.
yeah, that would. It makes sense that the bloodline keep losing because they setting up the betrayal, right?
Yeah,
Damn,
Yeah,
Solo come back and take a loss.
it looks like they're still going to go on with the story. Uh,
Yeah. Damian Priest been racking up some wins on SmackDown though. I don't think he lost
yeah, he's
yet.
been killing it. He has been killing
Yeah.
it.
yeah, I don't think he's lost one time on SmackDown. Yeah, so that was a pretty good main event.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
We'll make this quick because that press conference is going to start. But it's okay. Uh, SmackDown still has some things to work on. Uh, I just feel like that they need some better stories. Like the
Yeah.
Solo and Jacob stuff is pretty interesting. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Like Tiffany and Charlotte, that's kind of in limbo right now. They need to do something to make it more investing. Because we still got till April. We got the rest of this month, got all of March, and a little bit of April.
hmm
So you got to find
yeah,
ways to make that entertaining, like the build to it. I mean, I don't care about like they need to be doing something else with Carmelo Hayes, like this whole R Truth, Miz, like Carmelo Hayes should be doing something more. Uh, so is LA Knight. I thought they need to reestablish this U.S. title picture, or
Yep.
if you can even call it a picture at this point. Uh, not even a. I mean, it's not even a title scene right now. I mean, the
there's
tag
one
team.
there.
I mean, the tag team division has a scene. Uh, I will give the episode this. There is a direction of where the tag team division's going. Uh, I have a feeling it's going to be Motor City, DIY, and Street Profits at WrestleMania for the titles in a ladder match or something. Uh, Maybe a TLC match. Uh, but overall, I thought the episode was okay. Uh, this show definitely needs to go back to 2 hours. Uh, they clearly do not have enough star power and enough good stories to make it 3 hours. Uh,
Mm.
I'll give tonight just because The Rock was on the show. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. If he was not on the show tonight, I would give it a 5 out of 10. But just because The Rock was on the show, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I mean, The Rock kind of sold the show for me. You know, they're pretty decent matches, but I mean, I'm with you. I think what they're lacking is, you know, what are they doing with the U.S. title? I mean, come on, you got Shinsuke just running around, you know, essentially just being annoying. You know, essentially. I mean, you got to figure something out. Shit, or get off the pot. You know. But I guess for me, uh, just because The Rock was there, he sold it. He kind of pushed it over for me. I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
Man, Mr. Jacobs going 8. All right. Y'all took every point I wanted to make, which is good. We were all on the same page. Just think, like you said, only other thing I'll add is they got some good stories with the men. They just gotta strengthen the stories with the women. Kind of round out the show. But yeah, I think I'm with Connor. I would have I would have gave this show a 5 out of 10. It's the crowd. I mean, Tiffany's not Tiffany. Trish Stratus did a run in, and she got zero pop. Like the crowd was just. I think the crowd was just waiting on The Rock to show up, man. So
Yeah, pretty
I would.
much.
I mean, Trish Stratus normally gets a pop, man. Like that kind of upset me that they didn't even cheer for her when she ran out there. But I give it a 7 out of 10 tonight for sure.
the one thing I am most excited about is we pretty much got confirmed that The Rock will be doing WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of got that confirmed. He's going to be at the Elimination Chamber. If he's going to be at the Chamber, he's got to be at WrestleMania. I mean, why would The Rock do the Elimination Chamber? I mean, he never does that. I mean, he hasn't done the Chamber since he went against CM Punk, right? In
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah, he beat CM Punk in a match. Yeah, 2013.
Yep.
Was the last time he done it. So that's one thing I'm excited about. The segment was a little bit weird, but if you can read between the lines, you can see where they're going.
Yeah.
They really made you. It's like a encrypted message
Right.
that you really have to figure out. It's definitely not for the average wrestling fan, I would say. It's a very different Rock promo, very different, but I'm invested to see where it's going because Cody could really turn heel. I mean, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
Austin turned dark side, so or Cody, and maybe they've been working together this entire time. Who knows? But we'll find out at the Elimination Chamber for all that. Overall, pretty good episode. Good stream, I thought. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone for coming on. Jacobs and Jamal, thanks for coming on. It was a great discussions and all that, I would say.
Yeah.
Thought we had good discussions. And thanks everyone for watching. Definitely subscribe to the Wide World of Wrestling. Our goal is 1,500 subscribers. 40 years over with. We're currently at 1,229.
Nice.
Almost 1,130. Definitely subscribe to our Twitter page, our Facebook. All of that is in the link in the description below. But yeah, we will see you guys. No, we will be back for the Pod Champs tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to mention that. We will be back for that tomorrow. Check on our social media pages for what the topic will be. But yeah, we will see you guys for the Pod Champs tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace out. Y'all guys have a good night.